Hey all, J-Man here. I just want to tell you about beardedshirts.com. It's a great place to get a lot of cool superhero shirts and other merchandise. You can scroll, they've always got sales on. As you can see, they've got these really cool print all over shirts, which I really love. That's Eddie, the founder of the site. And if you're looking for stuff, all you got to do is you click on the search here and you can type in all over. And that's going to show you the all over prints, which are really, really cool. Look at that. You got Legion of Superheroes, you got Brave and the Bold, you got JSA, you got Superman, Green Lantern, Wonder Woman, all kinds of stuff. So check out beardedshirts.com. Hello, Legionnaires. What's going on? We're live again for some Frank Miller Daredevil talk. It's going to be awesome. These issues have all been like really spectacular, so looking forward to going through these. We're going to get going. Let's just do a couple of quick updates. So, of course, this Monday, now it is Family Day this weekend in Canada, so Sean and I are going to a show on Sunday, so we're looking forward to that. And hopefully I can pick up some of the issues that we're going to talk about on Monday, which is, of course, Legion of Superheroes. And we're going to talk about these three issues here. It's all adventure comics, but we are going to talk about the 80-page Giant Superboy. And just the first story really quickly, it is an origin, sort of a retelling of the Legion of Superheroes origin. So that's going to be a lot of fun. I've read that one already and I haven't read the other ones yet, but that cover, that 372, that looks awesome. Like Superboy is getting smashed like the T1000. What the heck's going on there? Everyone's crying. You can't have a Legion cover without people crying on it over some reason or another. So that'll be pretty exciting. And then on Thursday, Sean and I are back talking about Transformers. We're doing 10 episodes from season 2. I have not watched any of those episodes yet, so I'm going to binge the crap out of them this weekend. So that's going to be a lot of fun going through season 2. And then we're going to continue on to season 3. We'll finish off G1 Transformers, and I'm not sure what to do next. I'm thinking maybe Thundercats Thursdays. So maybe keep that in mind. We'll see how it goes. Let's take this time to thank the Legionnaires. So these are the channel members. We got Dan, who always signs up for anything I do right away, buys all my books right away. So thank you, Dan. Sean, Stephen, Clobby, who you know from streams. Brennan, who's a family member, and Cliff on comics. Cliff was on the Dazzler stream just earlier this week, so that was a lot of fun. Okay, that's that. Let's get everybody going here.
Hey,
what's going on? And let's bring in Monsieur Pantalon Fancy. I don't know how you say fancy. Pantalon
Fantastic.
Fantastique. Oh, there you go. Oh, I love it. Pantalon de Fastique.
Well, hello, Mr. Fancy Pants.
All right.
Pants, fancy, and ready to go.
This is Canada, so we got to do it in French. We got to do so. For those of you who don't know, when this stream ends, we do the exact same stream, but all in French. So the exact stream. We've memorized every word that said, and we just redo it.
And it's twice as long too. Because the French language is so verbose. It's crazy. Yeah.
We have to like take constant breaks and have tea breaks.
Yes.
And
we do the choice been strictly sure,
Like an English paragraph is this, and a French paragraph is this. Like I edit this every day, so
absolutely.
Sean, this is a deep cut here for Sean. Sean's like, yeah, this.
I think we should always talk at this strictly sure. Do you know that? Yes. Everyone in this room is a murderer.
Murderer. Yeah, that's exactly.
This room is a murderer. I suppose you all wondered why I've called you here today.
Why?
I wondered that myself.
let's say hello to everybody. RR, looking forward to this when we draw closer to issue 190. Oh, 190, one of your favorites. Nice. Yep, we're getting there. FKHC 2005. What's going on? Game over, man. Game over.
Picasso was never called.
Dame Vera Lynn. I don't know who. Do I know Dame Vera Lynn, Sean? You'll have to tell me.
No.
Yeah,
it's a
We
thing.
have Family Day. So Family Day, it's a holiday. So we've got Monday off to celebrate with our family.
I thought it was like family, since you're off from your family. Like you'll have to see the one day.
You don't have to see your family.
You don't have to, yeah.
I already don't see them anyway. So my family's only two people, my mom and my cousin. That's my family. So it's not like so I'll be seeing my mom I'm actually seeing my mom tomorrow because Sunday's the comic show and Monday we're doing our streams. So Picasso, hello, how's it going?
What do you see, Superman family or Batman family?
Family, but yeah.
Those
What's the French for victory? Le victory? I don't know.
I think it's a World War II joke.
Or do that? Oh, wow, Sean, I'm giving you the salute, buddy. Where's I'm gonna give you the Superman salute for that one.
How about just pull the Blackadder jokes about the French? Yes, I'm as likely to move as a Frenchman who lives next door to a brothel.
That's great.
Or I'm as happy as a Frenchman who's invented a pair of self-removing trousers.
Comic Cap, what's going on? Oh, I like in Holy Grail, where he's like I fart in your general direction.
Fart in your direction.
And he's like, I like when it's like. I goes, oh, he can help us find the girl. It's like, well, I don't think he'll be very keen. You see, we've already got one. He's like, what? And then like, I told him we already have one. And then there's like there's the guy ducking, and they're like laughing over it. Is there anyone else I can talk to? The beginning is the best. Is there anyone else I can talk to? Because they're just going on about the swallow. It's like, well, yeah, an African swallow, yeah, but not a European swallow. He's like, is there anyone else I can talk to? It's like this conversation, HAL 9000. This conversation can serve no purpose anymore. Oh, I gotta get the HAL 9000 line for the end of the stream. This conversation can serve no purpose anymore. Oh, that's a great line. Your mother was a hamster, yes, and your father smells of elderberries. I remember that. That was funny too.
There you go.
I've got the Holy Grail. What's that game? What's that game we play, Sean? The one where you kick the door down, and then the monsters you accumulate stuff. It's like a +1 shield, not D&D. It's that one, and then it's like, oh, break the door down, and then you have to fight it, and then I can try to put a thing. We play at Steve's place. What the hell is it called? Munchkin. That's it, Munchkin.
Yeah.
I have Holy Grail Munchkin.
Oh, cool.
I forgot I had that. They did a Holy Grail Munchkin.
Yeah.
And I've got Conan Munchkin. I got Conan everything.
That's cool.
Yeah. Owen from the Action Elite was over on the weekend where I showed him the Green Knight and Barbarella, two very separate kind of movies.
Yeah.
Let's watch Barbarella and then the Green Knight. It's like, but he's like, you have the Conan Nintendo game. I'm like, I've got Conan everything.
Yeah.
I've actually got 5 short boxes. I didn't realize this. I actually have 5 short boxes of just Conan comics. I didn't realize I had that many.
Yeah. But a lot of them are the newer ones, like Dark Horse.
No, 1 short box is all the Dark Horse ones.
Oh yeah.
1 short box is the phone book.
Oh, the
Savage Swords.
Yeah.
1 short box is the Savage Swords, the original, like what you're collecting now.
Yeah.
And then 1 is all of the trade paperbacks of Conan and King Conan from Marvel, the Marvel trades.
Yeah.
Because I was never going to complete that. To face facts, I was never going to complete that Marvel run of Conan. That was just like not going to happen.
You can try. Yeah.
I mean, there is no try.
Conan is shorter. Like I have like
King Conan.
Yeah.
Hey, Joe Dog. Tomorrow's your 23rd birthday. Only 23. Wow.
Youngster.
Wow. Yeah.
Well, if you reverse your numbers, I'm 10 years plus older than that.
That would still be young to me. Still be young. Happy birthday, young sir.
Happy birthday.
Happy
Yeah.
birthday.
If you see, watch part. We found a witch. Yes, Terry Jones as well. Yeah. The coke. Yeah.
It's a wrap up. Terry Jones. Who doesn't love Terry Jones?
So yeah, and I did see Madam Web, and I posted a very fair review. I was actually very fair, and actually a few people. Yeah, a lot of people have said they're like, you know what? Because the thing is, it's like, you know, the way I do my reviews, I'm very like, I'm meticulous in how I break it down, right, with my system, and I'm actually getting a lot more feedback now. People saying, you know what, I like the way you're doing this, because it's like I'm just not hating on anything.
No.
I'm explaining everything very clearly. I gave it a 3 out of 10 with a very good explanation. We knew this was going to be a bad movie, but I literally thought, I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to go watch it. It's right across the street from my house. So I drove over. I took an early show. So I took a 4:00 show. I actually worked from home that day, and my job ends at 4:00. I left a little bit early. I left like 10 minutes early, drove there and just sat right down and watched the movie. And I thought it was going to be a really bad story and script and whatever, but I thought it was going to be the 3 Spider Women fighting that Ezekiel guy with Madam Web, trying to like direct them or trying to teach them how to learn, like teach them how to adapt their powers or whatever. That is not it at all.
Yeah.
I've never been this blindsided.
Put Madam Web as garbage on your
the trailer made it look like she has to give them their powers before their time.
Yes.
Get them up to snuff so that they can defend themselves against.
It takes place 20 years ago or something.
Well, that's a neat story, and that's not the story.
That's not the story, Sean.
Yeah.
I've never been so stunned. Because I was sitting there watching, I thought, look, we knew it was going to be a bad movie. But I like bad movies if they're fun bad movies, right?
Yeah.
So, but I'm like, okay, so they're in the rainforest and all that. I'm like, I'm just spoiling the crap out of this. Nobody cares. So they're in the rainforest, and the mom gets killed. I'm like, okay, here we go. And then the spiders come and they bite. Like the guy tries to save the mom. He puts a spider on and it bites her. The Ezekiel guy steals the powers from a spider, and then she dies. But you know the baby's going to have the powers. That's Madam Web. So then Madam Web grows up, and you're like, okay, well, she'll have the powers now. And she does. She has the premonitions and whatnot.
Yeah.
And then Ezekiel has a premonition that the 3 Spider Women are going to be killing him at some point in the future.
Yeah.
So he's like, oh, I better take them out. It's a Terminator. He's like, I better take them out before they get their powers.
Yeah.
So then Madam Web meets the 3 ladies. And I thought, oh, here we go. Hey, Scott, how's it going, man?
Hey.
Scott's my partner on the Dazzler streams. So the link to his channel is in the description. You can click on his avatar and it'll give you the link. So anyways, so I thought, okay, well, Spider-Woman or Madam Web's going to have to quickly get their powers up so that they can fight this guy. That does not happen. They're just running away from him. And then he comes to attack. They run away. They split up. She goes to research about it. Then he goes to the diner, and then they run away again. And I looked at my watch. It's only 2 hours. I looked at my watch and I thought, wow, it's been an hour. I'm like, when are they going to get their power? Because I'm like, he had a premonition for 3 seconds of them in their costume fighting him. I'm spoiling this whole movie. I don't care. Mm-hmm. And you're like, okay. And I thought, well, holy crap, this movie's an hour and 56 minutes. I'm like, we have 56 minutes and credits are like 6 minutes at least on these big productions. Mm-hmm. I thought we have 50 minutes left and they don't have their powers. Then another scene and they're running away again. And I thought, okay, when are they going to get the power? They don't get them. They don't have their powers. Madam Web runs around and just by accident kind of is able to beat him. And he dies. And I'm like, but I thought the Spider Women killed him. And then there's a big thing. She's like, oh, you thought it was them who was your future. She's like, it was me. And I'm like, but it wasn't you. It was them. Yeah. So why are your future premonitions? You both have the spider powers. Why are your premonitions correct and his are not correct? Because it's a movie and it's a bad script and it's a bunch of garbage. I was prepared for a bad movie with some cheese fight. I just want to see some Spider Women. I want to see the Spider Women in costumes fighting Ezekiel. I know it was going to be bad, but I want to see that. They did not even give that. I can't believe it. I have not seen this level of deception. This isn't a bait and switch because we knew it was going to be garbage. Bait and switch is usually reserved for, we thought it was going to be something cool. No, it is what it is. It's the 3 women, but they show every picture. Go to Facebook, type Madam Web. Every picture is a freeze frame of all the girls in their full costumes. That is not in the
trailer
movie.
shows that, so it is a bait and switch. It sounds like to me because
It is.
Comment says the trailer's very deceptive.
It is that they're not there. It's literally in a premonition where he sees them, and then at the end she's like, "Oh, you girls will become great superheroes," and then it shows like 1 second of them running. I'm like, that is.
But it's like it's a throwback to the '90s when they made these comic book movies that had almost nothing to do with the comic book.
Nothing to do with it.
Did you guys not read any of this? Like, what happened? Did you just buy the rights and that was it? And it's 2024. Like, this should not happen anymore. You know.
Do we get to see Julia Sweeney in her outfit? Not in her outfit, but at all? We get to see her much at all?
She's in the whole movie in normal clothes. So, you know who the other girl is? She's Black Lightning's daughter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right, that other one.
Yeah.
And then they got the other girl who I haven't recognized. Ben Parker's in it. Ben Parker. He comes out looking good. They didn't do any of this. Oh, we got to make Ben, an ass or something. He's a very nice person, and he helps people. Like literally, he's helping people. He's a paramedic. He's a good person. He goes, when Madam Web comes up, I need your help. He's like, I'll help you. He's super nice to everybody, and he helps Peter's mom out and all that. Like, so it's nothing like that. It's just so boring and pointless. Like, I don't understand. It
sounds like a tax shelter or some sort of.
It does.
It's like they pour no money into it. Say that they poured a bunch of money into it. It bombs. They get a bunch of money back.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But
there's too much of that bullshit going on in Hollywood, and I know that they're actually investigating at this point, especially Warner Brothers. Basically, like pouring a bunch of money into a movie and then canceling it and then claiming taxpayers' dollars on it. It's fraud.
Yeah,
it's fraud. It's building a home and being halfway through and deciding you want to get the insurance money instead, so you burn it down. It's fraud.
Yeah.
Anyway, whatever.
And I'll address this and then we'll get onto it.
Yeah.
It's not even this. See, Birds of Prey is a super cringe fest, but Harley Quinn is Harley Quinn doing stuff. Huntress, even though Huntress sucks, she's Huntress and she shoot like this movie is not as cringe as Birds of Prey, or like it's not as boring as Eternals because that was a really long
stuff going on. It's just really stupid. It's like there's a diamond buried in poop or whatever.
Right, like this is just dumbass crap, right?
Yeah.
But like this movie's bad. Like I've never seen this is the worst bait and switch I've seen in a long time. The trailers is them in the costume. I was like, look, it'll be Sydney Sweeney in like the cool outfit. And she'll shoot webs or something or do something, or I don't know what she'll do. I don't even know which character she is. I thought she was supposed to be Jessica Drew or something, but I think she's
Julia Carpenter.
But they don't call her Julia Carpenter. She's Julia something else. They changed the name.
Oh yeah. It's like a David Banner bullshit thing.
She's not Julia Carpenter. That's for damn sure. What's this?
God,
Madam?
But she's listed as that in IMDb though.
Hold on, Madam Web, Wikipedia film. Okay, let's see. As Julia Cornwall.
Oh my God! Why?
Wow, why?
They all have rights to it or something, or?
Yeah, Julia Cornwall. Thanks. Yeah, there you go. No, I'm telling you. So I was trying to figure out who the Spider Women were, and it's like Julia Cornwall. I was like. I thought, and I was like, I was like, is this Jessica Drew? Or I thought it was Julia Carpenter. Then I was like thinking, oh, maybe because all the parents are bad. All the parents are bad. The moms aren't there. The usual. The dads are away and the moms are away and all that. So that's the usual garbage. Anyway, all right, Daredevil. I wonder, Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends. That'll be interesting. We should check that out one day.
Yeah,
beginning of September.
Let's see. You have Daredevil. Marvel Volume 1, but really the second Daredevil comic series in history. The release date was August 25th, 1981. It is Daredevil number 177. Writer, Frank Miller. Penciler, Frank Miller. Inker, Klaus Janson. Colorist, Glynis Wein. Letterer, Joe Rosen. Editors, Denny O'Neil and Ralph Macchio.
All right. Oh my God! In His Strangest Adventure.
That thing is in it.
Doctor Strange.
What a strange occasion, Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
It's offbeat. It's also offbeat. You want to know?
Yeah.
They
A
dare
very
publish-
strange party. Oh my God, he's become Hawkeye. What will Hawkeye do now?
Yes.
Where angels fear to cred. No, it's to Creed.
Yeah.
It's like this is all over the place. None of this makes any sense.
Creed.
Coup Creed.
Very weird tea.
Yeah, Jim Shooter's fine with that. He's like, oh yeah, it looks like a C.
Jimmy S, buddy, help me out here. Come on. All right, so Double D's there with a strapless quiver.
Yeah, I don't know where that's strapped.
Where's that strap there, boy?
It pegs into his back like an action figure,
like a GI Joe or whatever.
Yeah, I guess.
Stick's like, you better learn to shoot an arrow blind, or else you're trash. It's like, all right, yeah.
Love how he keeps calling him Punk.
Punk, yeah.
Yeah, Punk. You should have called him Pink.
Asshole. He doesn't look like Scott Glenn much, but he's an a-hole.
Yep. Scott Glenn is awesome. Okay, shoot an arrow. It's like, okay, you missed. Thwack. Thwack in the face.
Head.
He's like, this is crazy.
In that shot, the quiver's gone.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's gone. Yeah, he knocked him so hard he knocked it off his back.
I guess because there it is, not there.
Yeah, those pegs never stayed properly.
One panel is there, the next panel's not there. Yeah.
Frankie, what is going on here? Maybe this was a Vince Coletta job, and he didn't like redrawing the quiver every time. And
I don't know. I guess Klaus should have put it there.
Maybe Klaus is like, F this. I'm putting a Vinny C and just erasing this crap. Nobody cares if that quiver is there.
Yeah.
So it's just so hard. I've got to think in these bubbly things.
Well, no, hold on. When he sees the light, it's not. He's not really.
It's not him. That's
I know.
Yeah.
So
no, it all makes
narrative.
Sense. It makes sense.
Wow. Sorry, Mr. Perry Mason. I didn't realize we had Frank Miller's defense attorney on the stream today.
You should be able to see it in the middle panel. It's not in the middle panel. The middle panel, it should be there.
Yeah, this should.
In this middle panel, you wouldn't see it because of his head and his arm here.
Maybe.
Wow.
Well, yeah, it is peeking out his left side. So
Matlock. All right, thanks, Matlock. I know it's Matlock. Yeah, that's yeah.
Yeah, Perry Mason. But
I think he mentioned Perry Mason in one of these things.
Yeah, he does. But they mentioned Perry Mason.
He did. If that's such, I'm Perry Mason.
Yeah.
I think Matlock is funnier because every episode is a picture. And he'd be like, "Oh, that he's not wearing his watch in the next picture, which means that he dropped it when he killed the guy."
Yeah, I remember when we saw a video.
Good.
Yeah, I remember one where he saw a video and he realized the guy was right-handed, not left-handed. By the way he opened his door, and I'm like, that's really a stretch, Matlock, but sure.
Listen,
there was no Matlock when this comic was written.
No.
Yeah, but but maybe Stan Lee created Matlock. You don't know.
I'm sure I did. I just can't remember.
I remember.
I went to Dick Van Dyke and I said, "I've got an idea for you."
I remember when I created Dick Van Dyke for
Colorado. I remember creating Dick Van Dyke.
I created it in the second. Colorado would be great.
I can't get enough of this. I wish I could do the Stan Lee voice because I love the I created everything. This is like so.
I remember coming up with Matlock and saying, "You know what? We need a TV." Then I created TV.
I thought the situation is: what if Andy Taylor, instead of being the sheriff of Mayberry, was a lawyer in Atlanta?
Yeah,
a defense lawyer who could be even better than Perry Mason.
Yeah. Well, I like Perry and Matlock. I like Jessica Fletcher. I like all the TV guys. I like all the TV.
I love how freaking Matlock every week he wouldn't just like defend the client like lawyers do, and it would take like 2 years. And by the end of an episode, not only would he have his client off, he would prove who did it.
Yes.
Yeah.
There was one episode where he didn't prove it, and it was a twin sister, and the twin sister then in court said no, it was me or whatever. Or the
defense lawyers solve cases of any kind.
They don't do it. Yeah, they don't do any of that.
Yeah.
All right, so Matlock sees his giant father. Dad, how are you? You're a giant now. He's like, yes, as I promised you, I would become a giant in the afterlife. It's like, wow, that's amazing.
Great art here, though.
I like the perspective stuff with him and the other kids and everything, and
him being like a kid,
yeah. So he sees the bat and everything.
Brilliant art by Miller.
This is all good. This black and white kind of
fuck.
It's like off to your room now, Matt. He's like, okay, and it's like, yeah, he sees himself as a kid, and then the other kids are all giant, making fun of him. Oh, he's carrying books and all that. I like how reading is seen as bad. It's like, you want to go read books, eh? It's like,
books are
okay. Yeah, I want to. Well, it is, reading is for suckers, so then there is that.
Reading is fundamental. I mean, fundamental. Anyway.
I saw someone who wrote the Red Devil or something like the Red Evil. Instead of Daredevil, like he's the Red Evil. Do you read the Red Evil? It's like, well, I had a guy like that in my university course because I was talking about horror movies. He's like, "Do you like Exorcist?" And I'm like, "I don't know what you're talking about." Yeah, he said, and he had an accent as well. So I was like, "Exorcist,"
okay.
And I was like, "I don't know." He's like, "You like horror movies and you don't like Exorcist?" And I'm like, "No, what's it about?" He's like, "Well," I'm like, "Oh, Exorcist." I was like, "Yeah, I know that one."
Yeah,
that's a drama.
But no, he's right. If I'm a horror movie guy and I don't know that, that's brutal. But like, I did know it. I just
got to know what he's talking about, though. So I mean,
right, yeah,
weird.
Weird. Okay, so
shoot the damn thing, boy. You can hit that target just because you're blind. Don't mean nothing.
Yeah, get up.
He's talking like this all of a sudden. Sorry.
You scared? No. Solitaire. I don't think I've ever played just card solitaire on my own. Like,
no.
You'd play solitaire on the computer. I could solve solitaire, no joke, remember solitaire on the computer?
Yeah.
I can solve that in under a minute. I was showing people. I used to play solitaire in computer class all day at school because I would finish my stuff and then just play solitaire. I was so fast at it. And then I got my grandfather hooked on solitaire. We bought him a computer just for solitaire.
Wow.
He did nothing else. It was the only icon on his desktop. He would turn on the computer, double click on that, and play solitaire.
I play on my phone, and the thing is, like, I'll go through a whole month of just go through it, and I get tired of it because you can win in less than a minute.
Yeah.
And when you're really good at it and you do that all the time, then you get tired of it.
It just
until the next time you get a craving, right?
Right.
Am I the only one who's never played solitaire?
Oh,
yes.
Okay, please forgive me for the most ridiculous joke ever made. Sorry, I couldn't resist it.
Wait, say that. I missed the joke.
The
only one who never. Yes. Yeah, I always play it with other people. Yeah.
I really haven't played it. I don't know how. I wouldn't know how. So it's too complicated for me. But now, I think I'm starting to think that Miller hates this bitch.
Yeah, I think so too.
What an awful character. And why even devote pages to this?
Because he hates her and he's trying to get rid of her, probably.
But she dumped him. But then, of course, she tried to get stick, but she's not the one that got stick. So, yeah.
He did save his life and all that kind of shit, but I think he's getting tired of her.
Yeah.
Wouldn't anyone?
Been a long time. Well, in a pinch, I'd be okay with her, but no, I'm getting tired of her for Matt. She's like, ugh.
Yeah, she stinks. All right, back to J. Jonah Jameson.
Yeah.
J. Jonah Jameson. It's like, what would you want, Ben Urich? You rich. It's like, yeah, to publish your story.
George Jameson.
George
Jameson.
Jameson, yeah. Back to it's Wednesday. Matt has not taken a shower. He's not slept. That's not me joking. He has not slept. He's not done anything. So if you didn't see the last stream, you can go back and watch it. But if you missed the last stream, he lost his radar sense. So they tracked down Stick to try to help him get it back. That's what's going on here. Yes, there was an explosion.
He lost his radar power and needs it back.
He needs it. So now he's shooting his arrows until he gets it back. And he goes back to his dream state here. Oh, now he's remembering his origin.
Stuff with the truck hitting him in the face.
Saves this guy.
And then he tells him off.
He says, "You old fool!
You old fool!
Look
what you did to me!"
I'm Stan. I created you. Well, actually, if you want to be technical, Bill Everett created you. Go punch him.
Yeah, but I created Bill Everett, so there you
go. I created Bill.
Yeah, so it's all fair. But this actually is written well because you would be resentful a bit of that guy. Like, I mean, you have to think he's had thoughts like this, right? Like,
RR is taking a swipe at Karen Page.
Oh, what happened? Oh, yeah. Karen Page sucks too. Yeah. She's good at the show though.
Mm-hmm. But hey, he should have always been with Black Widow, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah,
I'm no. Yeah, shipper.
That was a good match.
I'm no shipper, but hey, that's my favorite girlfriend. If I, for Matt.
I do like this Elektra him thing going back and forth.
I like Elektra more.
Yeah, she's too dangerous.
Yeah, Black Widow. Didn't they move to LA at some point?
San
and then he was there. Or San Francisco, yeah.
Then they shared a title. It was Daredevil and Black Widow for about.
I wasn't a big fan of that.
No, I'm not saying they should share a title necessarily. I don't know, but I just
yeah. Like he needs to be in the Hell's Kitchen. If they live there, that's fine.
But this bitch, that was a secret identity. I'm like, oh man.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Yeah.
So he misses again.
Yeah. Okay, so
I got this mayoral candidate is being blackmailed by some stupid kid.
Okay, his name's pronounced Cherry, right?
Cherry.
Oh, Sean, I was going to ask you, buddy.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
I didn't know either. I sat here and I wrote it down. I thought, I'll just ask Sean. So that's that. So Sean, anytime I'm confused about something, I usually just ask Sean. And if Sean doesn't know, that means nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
I don't think Frank Miller knows how it's pronounced. He wrote the name and that's
weird. They put an H at the end of it.
Yeah.
I've never seen that before. So I was like,
I don't know if he's making fun of somebody or something.
Well,
yeah.
Is he supposed to be like, I don't know who he is. Randolph.
Hey, Picasso gifted
one
membership.
Thank you, Picasso. I appreciate that. So I don't know how that works. Someone can grab it.
Someone can avail themselves of it.
So that I think that just stays. But thank you. I appreciate that. We'll give you I'll give you a V8. But we stop it before the good part. Yeah. I got limited monetization on Dazzler. I knew it.
The last one?
Yeah.
What happened?
What happened?
No, I don't know, but but something was mentioned, and I was like, oh. One gift. Yeah, one. We have someone in my company named Juan, and we also had someone in my company named Two. Chinese TO.
Oh yeah, wow.
Two. And I was like, oh my god, it's like if someone calls on the speaker, it's like, can 1 and 2 come down?
Attention.
Oh, boy.
Attention. We are looking for the chick with big boobs. Yeah. We are ready to do you now.
Beavis and Butthead.
Yep. Do America.
Electra. That was a great. I saw it in the theater.
Me too.
Karen Page is Karen Page sucks in the comics. She's good in the show. This is one of the times where the show version is better than the comic version.
I really love Deborah and Wells. Wonderful in that show.
Yeah, we have all of our guys putting their emote. Yeah, I got Conan. Oh, I redid my. You're not going to be able to see. I'll show you this real quick. You're not going to be able to see this, but I'll try to show it to you, and we'll go back. There is some of the Conan figures. These are the movie Conan figures that have been coming out, and they're bloody awesome.
Just came out, right? Yeah.
They've been coming out last couple years. There's another 5 coming. So Sean, next time you come over, you'll see. Like, my wife is looking at them. She's like, "That's exactly James Earl Jones." She's like, "That's exact." Like, it's like she's like, "Oh my god, this is crazy." Wow. And they're gonna have. There's 3 Thulsa Dooms. It's every outfit he wore and removable head, so you can put the serpent head. Like, you can have him change to the serpent face.
Cool. Yeah.
They're amazing figures. They're like, in Canadian, they're about $80 each.
Wow.
But I don't care. It's Conan. I must own them.
Nice.
Because you give a gift to yourself? Okay, so that's fine.
Yeah, I don't know how it works.
I don't know how it works, buddy. That's cool, man. Don't worry. That's cool. I mean, whatever. Take it.
People give each other memberships all the time. But I've been in chat sometimes where someone gave out memberships. I didn't know how to get them.
Yeah, I don't know how it works at all. But cool. Sure, that's cool. So Cherry, there's Mr. Pin King. Kingpin.
Dude, you should not be mouthing off to the Kingpin, man.
No way. Look at his fist is as big as his head.
A little advice.
Yeah. It's like it squeezes both hands.
Yeah. And then it's like, it's like this place is torn up. He's eating a chocolate bar. Ring, ring, ring. Hello, Nelson and Murdoch.
No, or true. Karen did get Ben Urich killed on the show. And she did sell drugs, but
well, yeah, but
it wasn't like that bad though.
Yeah, I
love her though. This is a great character.
Yeah, that was inadvertently.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's not intentional. It's not selling the secrets to somebody,
right? Which happens. Yeah, and
she's also on the Punisher, and she's great on there. I mean, Karen's a great character in that series. I think.
Well, now she's coming back. So, yeah.
By the way, I don't know if anyone cares about this, but I'm going to do it. GalaxyCon, where I order. So GalaxyCon is a virtual convention. I have nothing to do with it, so I'm not. It's not a sponsor or anything. But they do autographs. So it's a virtual convention. So you just pick a picture, and the person will autograph it and then send it to you. So they've got Nami and Usopp from One Piece, so I'm 100% getting those. But I'm just telling everybody, I've done it many times, and you can pick like personalization or whatever, and they'll write like Dolph Lundgren wrote, to Jason, or Jason, you have the power, whatever. And then who else I got was the guy who plays Bishop on Assault on Precinct 13. So you guys, I know you've seen Assault on Precinct 13. Everyone's seen that, right? So the guy who plays Bishop, I had him write, "You're pretty fancy, Jason," because when Napoleon Wilson's there, he's like, "You're pretty fancy, Wilson," and I was like, "Oh, he's got to say that for me," and he wrote it out nicely. It was so cool. I was like, "Oh," so they just announced Nami and Usopp, and I'll 100% get those. And then if they come to any shows, I'll meet them there too. Back to Matt. He's okay. So now he's again trying to hit the target. Thwack. Again, back to Dream. This is sort of like, I don't know if it's a jumping on point almost, but like giving you a little bit of the origin.
Origin things, yeah. And this
getting the arrow in the back here. Goes.
And then this big monster. Monster has his own devil.
Yep. So there you go. That monster was except it's black and white here. It was green on the cover.
Yeah, it's green on the cover. Yeah.
Bait and switch, nice. Miller. I didn't think you'd put one of those.
Foggy just comes in there and tells JJJ what for.
Yeah, I like that with the character. Like he's all stupid and goofy and like beats himself up over stupid stuff. But then like where it counts, like he's great. Like he won that other case. And here he's telling off Jameson's like, "That's our terms," and he walks out.
That's awesome.
It's awesome.
This whole thing was great. Yeah, with Foggy.
Yeah. I expect the check by Monday morning thing.
Yeah, that was great. Awesome. And then why did he call her an a-hole? ASS hole. Why did he call her that? That's weird.
I don't know what that's about.
You have Heather messing around. And you know what's actually interesting about this scene, though, I got to admit, is Miller is making a pretty interesting point. Yeah, she's this frivolous like society girl, and she wants like a lot of women, she wants attention to go and have fun. I mean, let's be honest, let's be fair to her. She might love Daredevil and Matt and all that stuff, but this is a guy that's not reliable, that's never going to be there all the time for her, and could get himself killed in any second. She doesn't, so far to her credit, hasn't exposed the secret identity, but she thinks she wants to just go out and have fun to try to forget about him. But she realizes she does love him, and these guys are a bunch of superfluous punks. And finally, when they even made a crack about him, it pissed her off, and she defended him. So then she starts thinking, these guys are a bunch of, society dumb, playboy punks. She has a real man. Reminds me of that great scene in the opening of one of my favorite James Bond films, Living Daylights, when Bond just ends up fighting those guys on the Gibraltar thing, and he's about to land in there's a society girl on the yacht, hot chick, saying, "There's a whole bunch of playboys and tennis pros, Margot. When am I going to find a real man?" And then when lands on it, James Bond just grabs her phone, makes us call in, and she says, "Yeah, just won't you join me?" And he said he picked him up, says, "Come pick him up in an hour." "Why don't you join me?" He goes, "Better make that 2. Boom. Yes. James Bond, finally a real man shows up.
I like stuff like that in movies.
I love that stuff. I mean, it's a macho thing. I get it. But these guys can't measure up to a guy like Matt Murdock.
No.
Oh, but she knows he's one of the greatest lawyers in the country, and he's a big superhero. Like, comes some freaking slack. Like, this isn't a man-woman thing, like gender politics. No, he's freaking Daredevil. Like, she knows this too.
She knows it, which is why these guys can't measure up, though.
No.
Yeah, no, they can't. I like how these ads keep coming up, and then Sean is like always staring, like right in the. I tried to do that other one.
Same level.
It's like,
see.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Try to.
This girl also knows that Matt Murdock is a real man.
Yeah. She showed up with Matt. Ooh, look at that. So he's beating up this the personal devil here. Even Matt Murdock fights beautifully, even in his imagination. It's and then here you go. Dun 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 dun.
Scared.
Dun dun dun.
I'm not scared.
This is cinematic, right? The way Clobby, you had said that before,
Brilliant.
like when Miller took over.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you could store this, right? Like,
yes, and when he brings his powers are coming back to the surface when he's facing his demon. It's very, very poetic, very poignant. He's about to kill his own devil, and that puts him on target. Because the enemy can do it one time, dumbass.
I did it, didn't I? hit the target. Stick eye. Anybody can do it once. Oh yeah. What the heck is that? You naysayer.
He ain't nice. He's a grinder.
Yeah, the first one who
shoots at him. This is badass.
Yeah. Right, this is great.
I'm back.
Wee. Why is he going? Why is he going in the time tunnel? That's weird. Oh, I do love time tunnel. My wife always makes fun of Lee Merriweather for just all she does.
I don't know. I love Lee. Well, no. I love Lee Merriweather.
If she didn't turn those knobs, they'd be screwed. I'm like, I don't understand. You don't understand what's going on. You don't understand science and technology and things with wires,
molecular structures, and primitive intellect.
Primitive intellect wouldn't understand.
That's one of the people that was excused by Dr. Evil. It's like, not you, man, or turning knobs.
Yes, you're right.
Hey, did you say the same thing about Whit Bissell?
About who? Sorry?
Whit Bissell, the guy, the boss on Time Tunnel.
Oh, is that the? Oh, I no. She's just being funny. We love Time Tunnel. I made little Time Tunnel. I made Doug and Tony little
Time Tunnel. Yeah.
They made a new Time Tunnel. Did you ever see it?
Oh Lord, yeah.
It's awful.
They make a new everything.
No, not. I mean, like it's like 20 years old or something. Right?
Oh, okay.
A few years later. It was useless. It was like it was a TV movie or something.
Yeah, it was silly.
It wasn't. Okay. I don't think it was Erlen Allen. It may not have been.
No, I don't think so. But the original Time Tunnel, you could not prevent. Sorry, you could not change the events that happened. They're firm. So if you're stuck there, like if you're stuck on the Titanic, which was the opening episode, you're dead. Mm-hmm. You can't prevent it from happening. You have to just get out of there. Yeah, so it was kind of
did affect Kylie's comic though.
Did it?
Yeah, but yeah, for the most part, they couldn't really affect events that much.
Yeah, they couldn't really affect it. So it was kind of neat. They almost had to just survive long enough to get out to the next thing. So it was a little bit of a different.
Those early episodes were really good.
Yeah, they're wicked. Yeah. Okay, so that's the end of this issue. There's Elektra.
So this issue, I'll tell you again, beautifully. I mean, just absolutely wonderfully illustrated and put together with the ink, the penciling, the panel arrangement, the ink, all of it. It is a tour de force of just Miller really, really, I mean, on the past few issues, coming into his own as a storyteller. If you look at his other art around the same time at Marvel, he did a lot of covers and he did the interior stuff here and there for other writers. But when he's able to call the shots as a writer and, do all the, obviously Jansen makes it all really come to life with his inking. And again, Glynis Wein is one of the best colorists. But in terms of laying the layouts, the way everything is paneled and arranged, because Miller was, this is at the time, like I said, caught everybody by surprise. It just blew us away because no one had seen anything like this in comics. Exactly. And it was incredible. And this stuff just keeps better. He tells a extremely beautifully flowing story. There was a reason why there was an article about a year or so after he got onto the series, in the Comics Journal, the biggest and the most respected of the journals at the time, one of my favorite magazine at the time. And it was an article simply about, it was called The Visual Inline of Frank Miller's Daredevil. It's just, and this was a snooty publication, dude. They were rarely kind to the big two. They liked all your independent stuff, your underground stuff, all that stuff. But it was something that they too were blown away by.
Wow. Yeah, I have a couple comics journals from the early 80s. And they hated Marvel and anything mainstream they didn't like. They're just eviscerate them.
Yes. Now they would still have great interviews with all the big time creators in comics.
Yeah.
But they respected stuff like this. So.
Yeah.
All right. Daredevil meets Power Man and Iron Fist.
Yeah,
I do have a poll up. I have a poll up for best cover.
There's my vote.
This is very close.
This was my vote too. But it was very close to the
not just because I'm biased towards Power Man and Iron Fist either.
So sorry, both you voted for this one?
Yes, I voted for this one.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
It's very close though. We've got 11 votes.
Is it?
It's 27%, 36%, 36%. That's the closest we've ever seen.
They're all great.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. No. So there's Le Fist and Le Power Man, Le Man. Daredevil meets Power. So they've been doing this recently where they've been, instead of saying the Man Without Fear, they just say Daredevil and then whatever the thing is.
Yeah.
Power Man and Iron Fist, which is cool. Like how they did that. I guess I'm a sucker for Power Man and Iron Fist. In fact, lately, you always just like taking off on certain characters. Sometimes J-Man just getting on a tear with some of them. Right now, I've been on Iron Fist when I've been going back. I think I'm going to go ahead but I was jumping all over the place. But I think I'm going to start chronologically and maybe just start with his, Marvel Premiere beginnings, his own series, and
we did not have this conversation, Clobby, because I was going to suggest. Do you want to do Iron Fist Fridays after this?
We could. There's so much
Premiere.
of it. Yeah, there's so much of it.
No, just Marvel Premiere and his own series, that's 15 issues. That's it.
That's about 30 something. Yeah,
that's it. Yeah, nothing past that.
Those are pretty interesting.
So
they're not on the level with this or anything, to be honest with you, but still, it's Iron Fist. So he's cool. So, I really look. I was at this time when this came out, I was a regular buyer of Power Man and Iron Fist as well because I loved them. So, And incidentally, I'll just say it now so we won't forget. This issue continues into the next issue of Power Man and Iron Fist. So,
oh, cool! I have all those on digital. But I haven't.
It's number 77 now. It's very little to do with this story. Well, it is. It's kind of a continuation of it, but it's not quite the same. But anyway,
yeah.
So all right. So what's the credits for this one? Same.
All right. Let's see. It's usually the same, but never know. Let's always go. Daredevil, volume 1 for Marvel anyway. Number 178. Release date September 1981. And it is going to be, the same suspects for the most part. Frank Miller, writer and penciler. Inker, Klaus Janson. Colorist, Glynis Wein. Letterer, Joe Rosen. And editor, Deanie O'Neill. And by the way, cover purely by Frank Miller. No inking with anyone else. So a full Miller cover.
Cool. All right. So this one has Power Man and Iron Fist. Now I think my second tattoo ever was my Iron Fist.
Oh yeah,
It's like hard to see.
Nice.
But anyways, you can kind of tell.
I actually watched the first season again, as abysmal as that show was, just for the hell of it, just because I wanted to watch it. I don't know why.
I've seen it twice, the first season. I haven't seen the second season at all, but I saw the first season twice.
Second season. Whew, I've watched it once, and I'm just because I don't mind the first season that much, I might watch the second season again, but it's not easy. But I kind of thought the first season was sort of okay. It's just because it's called Iron Fist, man. I just had to watch it again.
It's just that when I read Marvel Premiere, so I've got the first appearance of Misty Knight, which was I think Marvel Premiere, right? Anyway, those first what is it 15, 16, it's like 15 to 25 or something like that. So 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 20. When I read those, my mind was just, I was like, wow, this is the greatest thing ever. And then they're like doing a Netflix thing. I was like, oh, hell yes. And then because it's like Daredevil was so sick. You're like, oh my God, this is going to be so sick. And it's like, what the hell's happening here? I'm like, he comes back. I'm like, but you're supposed to be Iron Fist. And you're supposed to go get revenge on that dude. And it's supposed to be a pagoda. It's supposed to be Game of Death. I thought it was Game of Death. And instead of being Game of Death, because it was Game of Death, but except it was a building or whatever. Like, I mean, it was Game of Death. Yeah. It was Game of Death in the city. Right. And I thought, oh, he'll go up each level. And I'm like, what is going on?
It was so Netflixy.
Yeah.
But I watched it anyway.
Yeah, I watched it. I kept hoping. Dude, man, Iron Fist is one of the coolest looking guys ever. I have an entire Iron Fist.
They didn't have this thing, and
nothing ever.
But he didn't do that in Defenders either.
No,
not even close.
I got to go with Defenders' poop. Sorry, I got to poop it.
Well, no, it's not good.
No, I mean, I don't know. I'm the same way, but it's irresistible to see them kind of all fighting together. I don't like the story. Every time they get away with this, just them like doing normal fighting, super guy stuff. It's boring shit.
It's like, and I want Luke Cage with chains and stuff, man.
They'll never do that.
No,
I know, but it looks cool.
Way too reminiscent of a time. So
it looks cool. So who cares?
Episode 10 of Luke Cage season 2, though, when the two of them actually go out and act like Power Man and Iron Fist, is fun.
Yeah. All right.
They're okay in the roles,
Yeah, it's fine. I like Luke Cage season 2 because it has that Jamaican villain or whatever, Bushmaster, and he was the best.
Yeah, 1 and 2 aren't bad, but like they do screw the pooch sometimes in those.
I mean, like the 2 ended.
Yeah. Yeah, 2 ends with him being the kingpin of crime, basically.
Yeah, Alfred Woodard was awful, I thought.
Okay, what the hell was that? That's weird. Anyway.
This is pretty cool. Elektra is going to be hired. She goes to see the Kingpin, gets attacked,
destroys guys,
whips some. Kills some dudes.
Kingpin's like, well, if you killed them, then you are awesome, and I want to hire you.
Nice test.
Yeah. Well, one guy falls to his death.
Yeah, like she just killed everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Kingpin. 1-6 sucker.
2, 3.
He's so
4,
good at
5,
fight
6,
scenes.
7. It's like 7 people dead.
Yeah. 7 dead in Manhattan tonight.
Yeah. He's so good at fights.
Yeah, this page is badass.
Yeah.
But he's very fond of this thing where it's poking the shirt but not exactly ripping it. So it's like there's
only show so much.
That happens a lot in these comics.
Yes. Like I said, you can only show so much.
Yeah.
The shirts are really elastic, man.
Yes.
They can't be cut through, apparently. They're unstable molecules. No. But
not even
if you were alive, indeed, if you were alive to read this, you are as deadly an assassin as I have been told. This is how about the Kingpin said, I should like to discuss. How about the difference of nothing? I should like to discuss with you employment opportunities in my organization.
Yeah, that's good. Paper chase. Can't they just find paper anywhere? I don't get it.
Well, that was a big TV show at the time and a movie.
Yeah, I remember. Starring Daredevil.
I love that. Again, beautifully arranged and very imaginative type of credits. Brendan arrangement. Just great art here. I don't know why he had to stop drawing like this. I mean, yes, there's no question about it that Jansen had a hand in it, but man, Miller changed his style so much because of I know because of manga. The way he did Ronin and then Dark Knight. This is just so good. Anyway,
yeah, they're all
trips this dude here.
Yeah. Oh, what's going on here? Sorry, sir. Oof. I'm just a clumsy blind man. What am I doing? Oof, oof. Off, off, oof, off. Sorry, I watch it. Hey, you, quick over there.
Where's a gasp when you need one?
Yeah, there's no gasp. That's not. Then now he's taking his shirt off. I'll take the express route.
I'll dive down the building. He dived out of the building. It's a good thing. I'm glad that was there.
Oof. Oh, Daredevil. Hi.
Hey, Lego my ego.
Hey, Lego my ego. What do we do, boss? What do we do? Go for your guns.
The Three Stooges.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Go over your guns.
All right, knuckleheads.
They just take off.
Yeah.
That's the best.
And this kid's like a dummy because he's blackmailing a politician. Yeah, that'll get you far.
For sure. Oh, there's Iron Fist.
Yeah, buddy, my boys. And Foggy wants their pizza. Again, he's such a caricature, Foggy.
Yeah.
Like thinks
Give me
about
a piece of pizza.
It's not like you don't.
Yes, it is. Anchovies too.
And
because listen, I'll do it if I get the last piece of pizza. Oh no, it's gone. Don't, Foggy. Anyway,
I've never seen anchovies as a selectable topping on any pizza place.
It used to be a thing, and I think people just were so disgusted. It's not even a thing anymore, but it's a joke that people tell.
Yeah, but
I'm sure those generations are like, "What is that?" Because they don't even offer it anymore.
Yeah,
I've had it before. The thing is, the joke is always it's disgusting. I had it before, and it was pretty good. I liked it. It's like a salty fish
thingy.
And if you think that's gross, that's fine. But like it's now been phased out of any pizza place.
Like, is there bone in it? Has been
no, there's no bone in it. No.
Okay, it just feels weird.
It's a curled up fish. Yeah.
I will never know.
No.
But yeah, look at man, it's just so good. That's one thing about comic books. I don't care how feasible people think in the real world. I love that they're wearing crazy outfits. I mean, Iron Fist is so cool looking.
Yeah, Iron Fist is the best. And then whoosh gets right into it.
Boom.
Double kick.
That's a good handle on Iron Fist fighting.
Yeah, boom, kick him in the body.
He's not rich, of course, in this comic, so he lost his money or something.
No.
In Power Man and Iron Fist. Yep, he is Luke Cage, Power Man.
Power Man. He is Luke.
Do you remember the episode on Earth's Mightiest Heroes they were on? That was the two of them there were awesome on there too.
Oh yeah.
I used to like that Hero Squad, Superhero Squad. I thought that was a cute show. That cartoon. Superhero Squad, hero up, hero up. I like that.
Yeah.
And Captain America was like a big cheesy guy. Like you'd be like, "All right, guys, let's do this for America and all that."
Yeah, they're all caricatures. That's what the thing is. When they make things for kids, I'm like, well, that's funny. When I watched cartoons, they were the character, and they didn't have to kidify them. Like
that's true.
Like Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends. Like there's still stupidness in it, but it is Spider-Man. You know.
Yeah, he's Spider-Man.
It's not a kidified version. Well, I guess it would be, but I don't know.
It was. See, here's the thing. It depends on how old you are because when you start watching it. Because I was at that age, 15, 16 or whatever, when that came on. And I hated Spider-Man and His Amazing Zoo Crew because I'm that point where Spider-Man was, it was cool when he teamed up with other heroes. But when Peter Parker's living with Iceman and this red chick and has all this stupid technology where his back came. As a kid, I didn't accept it. I'm like, this sucks. There's no way, and I was mad at it.
Yeah,
a lot of my friends who started much younger than that, of course, it's their childhood. They loved it because I would have been the same way if I'd have been 5, 8 years old.
Well, it's your intro. Well, really, my introduction was the '60s cartoon, but But they do explain it in the last episode. They explain all that stuff. So they give it some sort of continuity where Tony Stark gives them all the technology. But then Tony Stark would know who they are then, if that's the case. So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I just didn't like it than him having that. But again, that was just me being a fanboy, you know. Of the
Yeah. No,
but a lot of these things were targeted. Like my nieces and nephews are 4.
Yeah,
they're 4. They were watching Spidey and his. It was
a pretty silly show, but I mean, I can go back now and enjoy it and kind of watch it. You know, I mean,
yeah.
But like, I mean, the cartoon they're watching, it's not Spider-Man and his Amazing Friends. It's called Spidey and his Amazing Friends, and it's Ghost Spider, who is Gwen, and Spin, who is Miles Morales. Miles Morales, they call him Spin, and Spider-Man and Spidey. And the thing is that it's got all, but it's for little kids. Oh, like, I mean, it's for like little kids. Like it's like Green Goblin throws pumpkin, not bombs. They're just pumpkins and they make a mess. So they're like, it's like, oh no, Green Goblin's making a mess downtown. Let's go stop him. And then they go and stop and they're like, stop throwing it. You're ruining the part, you know, that you're ruining the playground. Kids can't play on the swings because they're all muddy with your pumpkins. And he's like, I will destroy this part. And like Rhino breaks things. It's like there's like a swing set and he breaks it. And then it's like, oh no, now kids can't play on the swings. Like it's like a little kid thing.
Wow.
But it's making my niece and nephew into Spider-Man fans. Like for Christmas, they wanted Spider-Man toys. Guess what they didn't want? They didn't want Superman toys or Batman because DC doesn't know how to get in there and get these little kids. Like you need to have, it's like they can watch Spider-Man, the little kid cartoon. We're supposed to be able to watch, you know, the Sony movies, and, you know, like the kids who are like 10 or 12 can watch a better cartoon. And Marvel or Spider-Man's been doing that, but like DC hasn't. They've been dropping the ball. They have nothing for little kids. That My Adventures with Superman is terrible.
Horrible.
So they've got nothing to offer anybody. They actually have nothing to offer anybody because Man of Steel is not good. Nobody, and their cartoons, their cartoons for kids aren't good. It's like that Super Pets was okay, I guess. That was like not too bad. Like I saw that with my niece and nephew in the theater. They thought that was okay. But that's because the dogs were in it. Like they've liked dogs. So they thought, oh, that was a cute dog. Like, you know, Superman's in it for a little bit, I guess. But
the only thing that got a problem, like with the thing you're talking about with the Spidey for the little kids and stuff, and that is good to have stuff like that. All I know is that when I was a little kid, that could have been 4, 5, whatever years old, I still would have been fine watching the Spidey or the Superman or whatever aimed at everybody. Him fighting actual villains doing villainous things. Obviously, whereas now they have to make them do like silly stuff like not really a bomb, it just makes a mess, or they're making. Whereas Superman and Spider-Man had an effect on me, and they weren't brought down to a complete. I mean, they were for kids, yes, but they weren't brought down to a toddler level.
Yeah,
it's still fighting villains, other adult villains adult heroes fighting adult villains.
But like the parents aren't going to go for it. Like my cousin won't. I mean, she won't let them watch Power Rangers, right? Like,
wow, yeah. See, that's the thing. It's a parent thing, and as parents change, because the thing is, the first time I noticed that was when they made those kidified Star Wars toys. The ones where they're
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and I was like, well, that's weird. When I was 5, I was playing with regular
real Star Wars.
And they were made for kids. Like, I don't understand why you're doing this.
When you were 5, you could just watch real Star Wars.
Yeah.
And be just as into it.
Yeah.
Miller, Giffen, Sienkiewicz. There are I'm sorry.
Over time. No, read it.
No, you can. Unless you want Stan Lee to read it.
Stan Lee, yes. Yeah, Stan, can you read it?
Miller, Giffen, Sienkiewicz. Their art styles evolved because I taught them how and created them, of course. Over time, maybe not for the better, whereas Simonson, Byrne, Adams stayed consistently good. Sorry.
Yes.
You're right. They did change your child. That's a good point. Although Byrne, to me, I can't agree with entirely. I think Byrne got terrible, and Adams actually later kind of deteriorated too. They all deteriorate, but I think his point is those guys, Simonson, Byrne, Adams, didn't change their style.
Right.
So
I got older, and I'll give you a Batman.
Miller changed his style. Giffen really changed his style, and Sienkiewicz Yeah, I mean,
Johnny Romita Jr.
but Rita Jr. did a little.
God,
There's a difference between
I'm
not
so
being able to draw as well
traumatized.
as you used to, and then or rushing it, than changing your style. So yeah.
Well, thank you for the super chat, RR. We appreciate it. We'll get back on topic now. That's usually the
Sorry about that.
get back on
Jr.,
topic.
Yeah,
You're
stay
about
on
Romita
target.
Jr. there.
Stay on
You
target.
guys,
Okay.
I got $100 super chat last night. Couldn't believe it.
What?
Whoa!
Insane.
Wow.
My wonderful
Wow! Who from
dear lady
who?
Mary.
Oh my
Ginger
God.
Ritter, she calls herself. I was just blown away by that. And
Wow.
RR's good. RR's a great dude, because we, whether we agree on stuff or not, we have a lot of fun talking about stuff.
Yes.
And I was very nice. And hey, was I not very nice to Superman 2, the Lester cut of RRC? You thought it was going to be horrible. I was I was critical, but
Yeah.
Right. Well, we all know it's a masterpiece, so we can continue from there.
That's right. And that's what I said it many times, except not in those words at all.
You just didn't say master or piece.
I said it's a piece a couple times, whatever.
But the word master did not precede it.
And of was there every time, but I'm kidding.
All right, so they're in court here. Shh, we're in court. It's like, all right. So they get into court, and this guy's like, "Oh, what is going on here with your bullshit, Matthew? This is all a bunch of bullshit."
Miller didn't really draw him like he's drawn in the Power Man Iron Fist series, but he is actually more friendly with him in that series than he is in this. But yeah,
it's like I have to shake these guys. They mean well, but they're a bunch of goofs, and they're not in my comic.
Imagine if we could warp reality and go back and make about 20 or 30 issue run of Power Man and Iron Fist by Miller.
Oh my God, that'd be pretty awesome.
Mary Jo Duffy was lovely. She's a good writer, actually. But the art, and it wasn't a Miller run. You see there.
Right.
No, I didn't get into it as much. It starts with issue 50 or something when it's the two of them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
I started reading Luke Cage.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Together,
they're
great.
I don't know. I couldn't get into it as much, but I do have them on digital.
Didn't James Owsley get a start on that, and then he went on to Conan? Yeah. Christopher Priest
Christopher became Christopher.
Yeah, he changed his name to Christopher Priest or whatever.
But he was Owsley. Yeah.
Professor Bill interviewed Christopher Priest a couple weeks ago, and they talked about his name.
The whole name thing.
Wow.
That was good.
At least he's talking about it. So
yes, and I didn't want to tell Bill. I was like, oh man, I hate Christopher Priest's Superman Lost run. It's just so boring. I don't want. I was like, you don't want me on here trolling and be like, Chris, why is your run so damn boring? What the hell's going on?
Yeah, no, his later stuff, like his earlier stuff in the mid '80s and into the '90s, was cool. Like he wrote Conan and stuff,
Yeah.
And he was Spider-Man before. What's his name? I'm blanking on the name. Anyway,
I don't know. Miles. Yeah. What are you talking about?
No, writing.
Oh,
Spider-Man.
Anyways, Daredevil jumps down the elevator shaft and goes down the bat pole all the way down
to the bottom,
and then
there's these guys all over. What's his face?
I don't know.
Randolph Winston Sherry.
Nice plan, Danny. This is the try. It's like so Daredevil sneaking around.
I love all the shadowing in
shadow's good.
Yeah,
it's so great. Yeah.
And
look at this, it's freaking Kermit.
Kermit drawn by Frank Miller.
And Smokey the Bear.
I don't know what this is.
It's Smokey the Bear.
Yeah. This little guy here?
Yeah. Oh, no. I don't know what that is, but
I know Smokey. I know the bear. Yeah, and I'm saying this guy. He looks like somebody. He's somebody.
I don't know who that is.
It's not the glowworms because this is earlier. So I don't
know. So what are we wearing these mitts for? This is a bunch of dumbass crap. Are you? Yeah, I'm Power Man. It's like an I'm
yeah. He's like, yeah, baby.
We're going for
It's like, here's the check right here. What? That kid, he what? Oh, no.
Why would you pick this location to do this?
Yeah, this is like really, what the hell? What the heck is going on here? Hey, you said that like Rorschach.
What?
No, Sean said that like Rorschach, where he's like, kill the comedian, ridiculous, or whatever.
Yeah. A common burglar killed a comedian. Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Herm.
So Daredevil jumps out. Daredevil.
Yes. After images of Iron Fist.
Oh, whoa,
Wow, this is
oh.
cool. An Iron Fist versus Daredevil by Miller. That's pretty good stuff.
Oh, this is great. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
We're missing each other. Whoa, whoa.
Whoa. And I like how he's like, okay, this is great. I hate to be rude, but like I gotta go get out of here.
Yeah,
Exactly.
And then this kid, I'm falling down, I'm gonna die. And Power Man catches him. About time I got to do something. I got my swashbuckling boots on.
Yeah, we don't get the outfit in the show. Either one of them.
Yeah, he made fun of the outfit. That pissed me off. That was like episode 1 or 2. He made fun of it. And people were like, oh, we got to see that in live action. I'm like, they made fun of it, dumbass.
They made fun of it, though, ass, yeah.
That was Kevin Smith and his dumbassery.
Yeah, I hate him.
What? He was like, oh, we got to see it?
He goes, oh, I can't believe we got to see that. We got to see that in live action. And then they made fun of it and threw it away and in the garbage and said, this is a dumb costume. It's like.
Well, that's what he would have done with the material, right? As well.
Absolutely.
Done the same thing.
So.
At least Daredevil had something of a costume.
My sister, she's my sister. We can see you're both blonde, and in comics that means you're related. Quiet, guys. We're trying to figure out what's going on here. It's like, sure, they must have slipped out when I fell. Oh, gee, with the wind, like that's it. It's like ticker tape. You'll never find it. And he like, meanwhile, back at this area, here comes Elektra.
It kills all these poor defenseless.
Those guys are just guards, man. Jeez.
Yeah, security guards, man.
Yeah. Bloody sigh.
That's what you get for working for Kingpin. Like, why would you do that?
This is what you want. This is what you get.
Oh, they're working for Kingpin. They're dumb.
Yeah. It's like the Death Star, It's like, well, they know what they're doing, man. Return the Jedi away.
Yeah, we should work on them. So there we go. We're done with that issue already.
So already just as she comes in, Kingpin, why are you working in the dark where you can't see anything? I don't need to see. We need to discuss stuff. Da-da-dum. All right.
Got the key, Lee. So we have Daredevil, William 1 for the Marvel. Number 179, covered by Frank Miller himself. Release date October 27, 1981. Writer and penciler Frank Miller. Inker Klaus Janson. Colorist Klaus Janson. Colored this one. Wow. Letterer Joe Rosen, and editor the great Denny O'Neil.
Yeah, I think I like this cover the best.
Do you?
Yeah, this is just like really cool. Like she looks good.
Yeah.
Somebody had to.
It's good. Spiked. Yeah, I remember this. Man, this has some stuff. I don't know how they got past the comic code right here.
Yeah.
I mean, Jesus Christ. I remember when I sat down to read this one, whenever it was, 1981, obviously, as a kid. Oh my God, she just. First of all, I don't know who shot him or what that guy, but there's again with that stretchy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She just stuck a dude in the back. Ben Urich, of course, who became a very important character in there, who had appeared in issues before. He didn't start with Miller, but he's really been Miller. Really, took him over, and of course, yes, they swapped him in. They swapped him in the TV show, but he still played very well in that show. And I just wish they tanked him. I mean, Aaron got him killed in the TV show.
They shouldn't have killed him because in season 2, his editor became a character, and I'm like, well, Ben could have been doing the stuff that the editor was doing.
I liked that editor. I thought he was pretty cool, but yeah,
I liked him too.
I liked him, but they did that so they could put Karen in his job. It's just, man, she got his ass killed though. It's true. I think it was RR mentioned earlier that she got on the show. She got Ben killed. Anyway, this is pretty powerful stuff right here.
Yeah, there's an alien coming out of him.
Electra's Glad there's no. But again, you got away with a lot there. I don't care if there's no blood or something coming out. That's the comics code. Just said, yes, you could just, sigh a guy in the back. What the hell?
Yeah.
And
He's like,
says,
oh my God, it's an alien. No, wait, it's a sigh.
she basically says, cut it out. Leave, don't print your story about the. Oh, so New York City will elect a new mayor, and he will be Randolph Winston Chika.
Cherry.
Yeah, and there's the blood.
But there's
right
blood.
there.
We've never seen. I don't think we've seen the blood before like this, have we?
No.
Like I was like, oh shit.
It's just like colored red.
Yeah.
So they could just say like, well, her sigh is colored red there. I don't know.
Yeah. So still,
that's tripping.
No, but it's big stuff for a comic at that point. Which goes to show you that violence was really kind of secondary. As long as you don't have too much gore, is the sexual things, something like that would be, or obviously your dirty words would never make it. But violence got through.
Yeah.
So the rest of this issue is sort of narrated a little bit by Ben.
Right.
Starting from here. It's like working at the office here, going through. So this is just to remind everybody that he knows Daredevil's identity, but has not revealed it. And so he calls Daredevil over. He's like, oh, I was trying to get information from this guy and this woman with, red lips here and whatever, with an accent. Killed him. He's like, oh, that's Elektra. And it's like, oh, I love the touches here because I've actually done this where I've done that with like a pop can or like, where you put it in your mouth and you're holding it while you're doing something. That's really cool.
Yeah.
It's like, I think with Frank, he's giving life to the characters. Like, I mean, realistically, you could just have him just sitting there saying his dialogue, but the fact that he's doing things, he's kind of like got his legs up here and then he's getting up, getting a coffee while they're talking and smoking. And it's not just like a guy talking and another guy talking, which I think in modern comics has been the killer of it.
Well, that's also something that you do in movies as well. You don't just have guys talking; you have them doing something, walking or doing something while they're talking. We saw this in I think it was last week, where that one guy is introducing Karigi or whatever his name was, and he's like eating a big bowl of like
noodle ramen.
And he's like, "You're all gonna die," and he's like, and it's like he doesn't even have to do that, but it gives a lot of character to that guy, Yeah.
No, but it gives character not only to that guy, but to the entire thing.
So,
one of the big problems with the sequel or the prequels of Star Wars was because everything is so CGI, nothing's there. There's nothing there to like interact with.
Yeah.
Right. And I remember like when we were even shooting our movies in university and we're sitting there and it's like, and we'd film it wherever we could film it. And it's like, you'd be like, oh, why don't you sit here? And like, it's like, or why don't you guys walk in and then sit down and continue the talking? And maybe you could walk by and there's like a pegboard and you look at the pegboard while you're talking your dialogue. Like you come up with little things for people to do as they're doing it. And the actors can play off of their surroundings.
Yeah.
And you can have weird angles. Like you're like, oh, maybe I'll take a shot from, behind this like pillar or something. And then there's a kind of a pillar there. And you're talking, it's like, and with the prequels, it was like everything is CGI. So a lot of it is like people walking and talking, which is okay, but that's all there ever is with cool crap in the background, and they can't get an angle anywhere.
It's funny. This kind of thing is what gets you hired. At least back in those days, in comics, where like you'd usually what they would do is that, well, Clobber, you probably know, is that they would just make a spec comic of like some of the characters that they have. And then it was some sort of cool thing, and they all had some sort of weird idea. But like here, Frank Miller, I'm speculating, probably drew a comic on spec that had this sort of thing in it. Like it's not just well drawn. There's also great subject in it. Like there's like like they're doing things that humans do, and they're like, this guy, let's try him out on Daredevil and stuff. Or I think he did Battlestar Galactica first, but.
He did some other series. Some other stuff too. But,
Even this guy's working out.
Around the time
this guy's an ass. This whole thing.
Miller had a Batman story. His first Batman story was around this point.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And here's Arnie, the guy. They actually call him Arnie, which is
Arnie,
hilarious.
Yeah.
And they do this. I've seen this in many movies where they put the weights on him.
Yeah.
Here comes Daredevil. Whoosh, and he smacks the guy without that guy's face is broken. But
Yeah.
this guy's head's caved in. But anyway.
Yeah.
I do have to question a little bit of the TV series where he's like, "Oh, I don't kill people." You just threw a guy, like his face is broken, and like I broke my finger. My finger still hurts.
Yeah.
I broke it in July.
Yeah.
It's still, I can't bend it fully. That's the most I can bend.
Wow.
That's it. That's the most I can bend, and it still hurts.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a finger. Not I just got thrown down a staircase or
He dropped a guy in a dumpster after the death on the TV show.
Yeah. Like, well, I don't kill anybody. It's like, well,
I don't kill. He'll live. He says, he's alive. All right. He was barely alive, by the way.
He's barely alive. Stop him, Arnie. He's violating. You've been violated. He's violating our civil rights. Whoosh, throws the thing on him. Get this thing off me, Arnie.
Yeah.
Like executive health spa. It's like, all right. And then Daredevil jumps off. It's like, buddy, so that was the mayor guy, that Cherry, whatever his name is.
Cherry, yeah.
Cherry. Gordon loses. What's that about? Commissioner Gordon?
I don't know. He looks like Commissioner Gordon to me. I always wondered about that.
Yeah. Taking pictures here and then taking any Polaroids. Taking some Polaroids here, boy.
I like how he has the big Telly Savalas glasses. Like
yes.
Kid,
Telly Savalas what is it? The only good Indian is a dead Indian or whatever, that fake movie from Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Oh yeah.
Which is like one of my favorite movies of all time.
Yeah.
Have you watched Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Clubby? I forgot.
I've wanted to see it, but I never got a chance so far. I want to.
If you want me to loan it to you, I can. I don't want to say because I don't like recommending. But I
wouldn't be able to watch it anyway.
Like I love it. Like I've seen it. I've watched it one time, 2 or 3 times in the same day.
I'm trying to watch it. I just don't have any. I don't know if it's on any of my streaming services or not.
I can loan it to you if you want me to.
Yeah, but I won't be able to watch it on my TV. I don't want to sit at my desk and watch it on my computer. So
you can.
It's got to be on my on one of the streaming services so I can sit in the living room.
No, you can watch. But you can watch my stuff on your TV if you put it to a stick.
But I don't have that. I have a Roku, but I don't have. No, I don't.
You have a USB stick.
No, I don't.
You don't have a USB stick?
No, sir.
Oh, you gotta buy. Just go to Walmart. They're like $2.99 or something. And then you can do anything. But anyways, we'll talk after. Yeah. Oh, so anyway, we've got where are we at here? So they just left out.
Netflix, but I don't have that anymore.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. It's on Hulu. I don't think I have that anymore. It's on Amazon Prime. You got to subscribe. You got to buy it though. So it's not on my free services. I don't think I have Hulu anymore.
I'll
check with Mark. He might have it on his. I have a. Yeah, I do have. He has a thing that I watch stuff on.
Yeah, he'll have it. I don't know. I'm obsessed with it. I've watched it so many times. Got the soundtrack. Got the book. They did a novelization. I got we could talk about that Bruce Lee thing. But that Bruce Lee part is bloody awesome. It's super, and it matters in the movie. And I love Bruce Lee. I'm a super Bruce Lee fan. I own all the movies, all that stuff, and I love the Bruce Lee parts. And I actually don't think it's against Bruce Lee. It makes Bruce Lee kind of a fun. He makes him kind of a funny guy to me. I thought he was pretty neat. Anyway, but yeah, I know some of the Bruce Lee fans are PO'd. It's like, yeah, but that's it. That Bruce Lee did talk like that, so I don't. Whatever. Anyway. Okay. So Ben is taking photos here and he meets now. Who is this supposed to be?
I thought it was that's Vanessa's wife or whatever.
That's Vanessa, right? So she lost her.
She survived that explosion, but for lost her memory.
Yes, that's right. That was a while back. So she's been missing. I totally forgot that she's been missing this entire time.
Yep.
It's Vanessa. Yes, that's right. So it's like, what the heck? So anyway, this is Ben's wife, which is like, okay, sure. Not everyone's got to be pretty.
Well, he's an average dude with an average life, right? You know.
Yeah. He's not like a big manly man either.
No.
You know,
these guys having their big friggin', spaghetti or whatever. Like, Daredevil, why are you gonna pull a knife on me, eh? It's like he puts this thing. It's like, yeah, I'll just take that right from you, buddy. Like, what are you gonna do? And then
the problem is that like everywhere that Ben goes, Daredevil's there, and you would figure everyone would like draw a connection, right? You know, because it's like he protects him in a gym, and he's here, he's everywhere. The guy is so
he's everywhere. What are you gonna do? It's like clunk, clunk, blang, blang, blang. More smoking. I do like that he smokes.
Yeah.
This is awesome. Jumps through the window or goes through the window. There's Elektra. Hey, Bobby. What's going on?
Hey, Bobby.
Oof.
Elektra, run. Whoa.
There they go at it again, those two.
Here we go again. And it wouldn't be a Frank Miller comic without one of these pages. There's usually at least one or two of these.
Big fights and stuff, yeah.
Getting a lot of mix in, man. Just like beating the shit out of Daredevil. Oh, she destroys bricks.
Yep.
Correct.
Oh, he got it right in the back, man.
Yeah.
Smack. Not sure what smack is, but it hurts.
Whoa. Like really punch the crap.
Or
she liked it.
A notch higher than a smack.
But she trapped him.
I trapped you. No, my foot. And she's like, I could have chopped your leg off. And then she kicks Elektra.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Dun dun dun. Dun dun dun.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun. Whoa! He's dead.
Wow, the next issue's rough.
That's DED dead. This guy's dead as shit.
Clearly, you've never seen a modern Star Wars show where people get destroyed in the stomach all the time.
Yeah,
dude,
that went right. Well,
they got him good on that one. I absolutely effing despise everybody that has walked off a lightsaber hit ever. Look, I love Qui-Gon. He's my boy. I like him. Whatever. I don't care. I like Qui-Gon Jinn. He got nailed. I like the Phantom Menace fight at the end when Obi-Wan's like trying to get in and he's blocked by that thing, which makes no sense, which I love it. I love that thing is there. No, I think it's great. It's not stupid. Take that back. It's awesome. It's awesome, man. It's like because someone's gonna get trapped in there. That's why that's there.
I know, but it's like, what is that? Like,
well, you don't know what it is, do you, Sean? You don't know. You don't understand technical things. So you're not an engineer.
And they rip off your movie, man. They rip off Blind Fury.
Yes, yeah. I love Blind Fury. But anyway. No, and then Qui-Gon gets nailed. You're like, oh shit, God, oh damn. And then Obi-Wan's like, F this, I gotta take this guy down. And then it's like everyone gets stabbed, and it's like, oh, I'm okay now. I'm like, how are you okay? Like a lightsaber's like it melts your entire insides. Like,
yeah, the Disney
so
one's
garbage
right from the jump. Never
right away.
Because in Force Awakens, what's his name? Is it his face that he gets in?
Yeah,
I thought it was his back too. Like she does
maybe.
This, and like he's like, oh, like that. It's like she scratched through his back or something. Yeah,
Kylo Ren. I think his face gets cut.
Yeah, because he does get like stitches or whatever. But I thought his back
stitches.
Yeah.
My God.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you got a lightsaber in the face.
They never understood. It's like in the first Star Wars, a dude gets his arm like cut right off.
Clean.
And then they have a big close up of the arm with the blood coming out of it.
Yeah. Like Obi-Wan just went like this. It's like he just flicked it.
Yeah.
You're like, oh shit, that guy's arms fucking just got cut off. Remember as a kid, did that? Okay, that creeped me out.
What?
Did that creep you out as a kid when you saw? You're like, oh shit, man, that guy's arm just got destroyed. You're like, oh man, you can't mess with these guys.
But
like, I was like, shit.
Cantina, you mean?
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
Because I was a little kid when I went back to see that, right? I'm like, because I didn't see that when it come out. I actually saw Jedi before the others.
I feel like the arm being cut off was cut out of most TV airings back though.
I don't think it showed it.
I don't think it showed the close up.
It doesn't show the blood stump.
But you know what they did show all the time in all those TV airings was the skeletons in of Aunt Beru and Owen or whatever.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Uncle Owen. Yeah.
Yeah. They always showed them.
Do they have does anyone have? Somebody must have that somewhere. I'm gonna have to look all this up.
What TV versions?
TV versions.
Oh sure, somebody might put up clips of them on YouTube and stuff. Probably if you know
how to. Yeah, there has to be, right? Like on YouTube or something.
Probably. I do remember that because I remember being creeped out by that. Because it's like, oh, there they are, and her skeletons.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. Okay, I've seen Phantom Menace like 40 times or something at this point. It's really outrageous.
Yeah, he's cutting through the door.
He literally shoves that thing in, and then the guy,
they put another door.
They put another layer. They're like, okay,
and then he's still going on, and it's all turning red. And he's like that. Yeah,
you're like, oh shit, man,
they're coming through. Yeah.
The first like 15 minutes of Phantom Menace is badass though. When the Jedi show up, and the guy's like, shit. There's they're like, it's like, oh, they're Jedi Knights, and he's like, what did you say? And it's like
I'm not plugging that with Jedi.
And then the guy's like, oh fuck, he's like, okay, we gotta go. And then like the Emperor's like,
we're scared shitless of Jedi.
They're scared.
Yeah,
that was badass.
You see this authority, wipe it out.
Yeah, all that's great. And then it's like, and then he goes, well, you're right about one thing. The negotiations were short. I was like,
I love all that stuff. Yeah.
That was awesome, man. That was great. That whole thing was great. And then look, I don't care who you are, but we saw that in the theater. And when Darth Maul pops the second one, you're like, oh, hell, what the heck?
That was in the trailer anyways. Everyone knew that, but
yeah, but like people cheered it. They're like, oh shit,
it's cool. Yeah,
you break them apart and you can like do double.
Yeah.
But anyway, no, but he knows. So yeah, Last Jedi has a scar.
Yeah.
I have seen Last Jedi twice, so I don't remember exactly. And I've seen them all twice.
I can't ever do it again. The once was enough.
Yeah.
For me.
So we watched them.
I think I've seen it twice because I think I saw it again on Blu-ray when I got it. And I still don't like
those again.
No, so I did see. I saw them
on all three of those pieces of filth.
Yeah, well, he does have a scar for sure. It's black. It looks like it's black.
Yeah, it's like welded or something like that. Or it looks like they put a soldering iron on it or something.
Yes. No. That's a good.
Exactly what it looks like. Yeah.
That is what it looks like. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've used soldering irons. Yeah, that is what it looks like.
Yeah.
And it's like, are you crazy? Like his face, and then no, it's not Reba McEntire. What the hell's her name? Reva Las Vegas. She got stabbed, and then I'm like, guys, Qui-Gon Jinn was the best character you had, and he got smoked. So what the shit is this? It's like, no. And then even that other one in that what's the newest one?
Yeah, what's her face got stabbed? Sabine from from Rebels.
You want to see the comics that came out the week that this comic book, our first comic
book
we reviewed?
Yeah.
Came out just for the hell of it.
Yeah. Cerebus, Doctor Who.
Amazing Heroes. Love it. Cerebus. Bought that. Bought this. Man, I bought a lot of Empire Strikes Back. That's the UK, though. Yeah. Look at these Warren magazines. Look what comics were like when this comic that we reviewed.
Oh, Warren is still around. Yeah.
We reviewed. Yeah, we reviewed. Yeah. And you got, let's see here. Spidey was still good.
Yep.
And Avengers. Avengers Angel 10. First.
Wow.
Of
Rogue.
Rogue, yeah.
By my too big on that, but
Crazy.
Daredevil
Wow.
was busy that month. See, he was in Moon Knight.
Yeah, he was in Moon Knight.
I was collecting Moon Knight, of course. I didn't like Shield, but
Savage Sword to have that
same
one.
old sort of Conan. You got that one, cool.
Yep.
So Vampirella. I always look at that at the drugstore, at least.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Sword and
That's
Sorcery, whatever that is.
best of
Titans.
DC Digest. I have a big collection of these DC Digest. Look at Buck Rogers. I mean,
Oh, I've got that one. I've got the DC Presents.
Oh yeah, yes you do. Yeah, I have these digests. Doctor
Oh,
Solar.
Dr. Solar was still around. Cool.
Oh yeah, there were reprints of the earlier
Oh,
ones.
okay.
Flash.
Flash was being tortured at that point with terrible art by later Infantino stuff.
Ghosts.
On the Hex. Ghost, yeah.
Yep. Hot
Pretty
Stuff,
cool.
which is my jam. But
Yeah.
yeah.
George Perez Justice League.
Oh man, I had that one, Ultra Human Knight or whatever. That's
Yes.
cool.
That was a JLA JSA crossover. This was a
Oh,
cool
man.
World of Superman Krypton Chronicles. I bought that. Of course, New Teen Titans. Smoking Hot. Great George Perez and
Yeah.
stuff. Cool stuff. Lost in Space, reprints by Whitman. Let's see. What's some of the big stuff?
These are all winners.
Wonder Woman.
It's great. Creepy
I mean,
was still around. Yeah.
Get so much cool stuff. The comic book adaptation of For Your Eye Bags Oldie.
Oh my god, that's
Oh, yeah.
For Your Eyes Only is one of my favorite movies.
I have
This-
the super special of that.
This is one of my favorite Power Man Iron Fist issues, number 75, the big Double Superstar Spectacular, where we learned a lot about Kunlun. God, this issue. Loved it, man. I bought that and reread it like 5 times the first day. Oh, get out of there. Rom
Wrong
Nice.
Space
with
Knight.
Nova.
Sean got that
Oh,
omnibus.
They couldn't
Yeah.
put that in the Nova Omnibus, damn them.
I know.
Well, is it in the? Well,
Rom.
what number was that? 20, what is the first volume cover, Sean? You bought this, didn't you?
Yeah,
The first one goes up to 29, so this is in
2029.
In there.
Yeah.
But at the
Yeah.
time, because of rights issues in the big gigantic Rom,
Yeah.
they did a great Nova Omnibus, and that's all the Bronze Age Richard Rider appearances, which I'm just it's 60 something bucks. I think tempted to get it. I
Yeah.
might get it. But they couldn't put this in there. Damn them.
They should reissue all those. Like I have the Secret Wars 2 with all the tie-ins in it. And they should do it now that they have ROM and Micronauts because there were tie-ins there too. They don't have anything to do with Secret Wars 2, but it's cool to have them in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Rook was a cool magazine from Warren. There's X-Men. There's some look Flash
Yeah,
Gordon.
any Warren magazine
awesome.
was awesome.
Oh
Flash
yeah,
Gordon. Yeah. Gold
No,
Key.
like, look how cool it was to go to either the comic shop or the newsstand. Look at that.
Defenders.
This is
Oh god, this 10-speed bike is the bane of my existence, though. I can't stand this 10-speed
I hate
bike.
those covers.
It's like the entire. It's like 1/5 of the whole thing. It's like
Well, that and the Toys R Us.
Yes.
yeah, Toys R Us pissed me
Yeah.
off too.
Yeah.
They didn't put it on the 25th anniversary celebration of
Fantastic Four
Fantastic
debut.
Four, 236, but it's still insulting and sick that
Yeah.
they cut Jack Kirby off of the drawing on there because of Jim Shooter and the company because of the fight they were having with Kirby over
Yeah.
his art. That disgust me. Marvel, you sick suckers.
Master Kung Fu.
There's a Frank Miller, I believe,
Dream
cover of Marvel Dream Up. Master of Kung Fu is a great book.
Yeah.
Raiders of the Lost Ark,
Raiders.
comics
Yeah.
adaptation.
Cool.
Star Wars.
Star Wars, yeah. That's around Empire. It's after Empire.
This was after a good bit after Empire, between Empire and Jedi. Whoa. Rex Havoc, who does that look like? Warren Magazine, man. Good God. I had a buddy of mine that was obsessed with this Billy the Kid Charlton comic. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Of all
Charlton
things,
Comics is cool. I don't know. I have
Oh,
all
yeah.
my Yang comics.
great Legion cover by Perez. But the
Hey, it's
inside is
Legion.
when we get to this point, oh boy, some of the art inside. I was buying the Superboy title,
Yep.
Yeah.
New Adventures of Superboy, Sergeant Rock,
Sad sack.
The Man's
Superman
Family,
fans.
sad, yeah. All these comics, Daredevil,
Dazzler. We reviewed that one. I reviewed 2 of these this
Dazzler,
week.
yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
we
that
just-
Dazzler was this one? What a coincidence, huh?
That's
You know what's
weird.
really
Yeah.
good? This Kazar series of the time.
Oh, really?
Really good. Kazar the Savage. Eventually, it was really good. Then it moved to the direct sales market, and it was still good. Bruce Jones and
I'll
Brent
get those.
Anderson for about, surprising, one of the better series of Marvel at the time. It was very mature. It was a very kind of an adult book, and it was a great take on Kazar, or Kazar, however you want to like to say his name.
Sorry, yeah.
This was
I
a
say
good
Kazar,
series.
but I don't know if that's right.
I always used to say Kazar, so I still do, but some say it's Kazar, but whatever,
Yeah.
Oh,
But it was a really good comic, and of course, King Conan.
King Conan, yeah. We were
Mhm.
talking about that.
2-in-1. Marvel's Star Trek was this is like the second or last issue, I think, maybe, or second last. So yeah, it's Flaming Carrot. So, look at that. Look at the comic book market then, man.
Wow. Lots of exciting stuff, appealing stuff.
Yeah.
You don't get that now. And a variety of stuff. There's all sorts of different genres here.
Yeah. It was a thriving market. I mean, look, Amazing Heroes. God, I never missed it. I have every issue, in fact. This was, for like, or at least the first 12 years or so of this mag, you didn't miss it because, you got to see all the news that's new and improved coming out about comics and stuff. Englehart Rogers, Doctor Strange run, Doctor Who magazine, never missed it.
Yeah.
Moon Knight. So
yes, is that Doctor Strange Volume 2 or 1, or because I've got the entire
first series.
So I've got that. I've got it all.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, wow. Cerebus. I was still buying Cerebus at the time. That was a great
yeah. It's weird to see number 30 there because I remember like in the 200s and stuff. So
yeah, I started around issue like number 18 or something like that, and then I got some of the swords.
Hey Stan, thanks for popping in. Flaming Carrot flamed out too soon. Yeah,
it did, didn't it? So I'll cut that out. I just want to show you something.
No, that's awesome. Yeah, it's good to see like what was coming out.
I love the site.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that Superman or that DC Presents. I use that as my cover as the Facebook group. I love that. Yeah, that's I love the I like that is awesome.
I love this Perez cover of Justice League.
Yeah, that is awesome.
JSA team up.
Oh my god.
Actually, Keith Pollard did the interior on that one, but that was cool stuff. New Teen Titans, dude. It was an awesome comic at that point, man. So good. What else was really? Yeah, as much as I hate Byrne's later stuff, he was really good on FF at this point.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
For a while there. And
there's Daredevil, the one we just did.
Where is it?
Dazzler, I reviewed that one too.
Where? Oh yeah, it's Dazzler again.
Yeah, I reviewed that one.
Kirby's Captain Victory.
No, she's fighting Terrax.
Yeah.
Yes, she is.
She's fighting him in a black hole.
Terrax will handle it. Did you reviewed that one already too?
Yeah, she's fighting it. So Galactus. So he betrayed Galactus, and then he escapes into a black hole, and then Dazzler gets So Dazzler absorbs Claw fully. She absorbs all of Claw and gets supercharged with sound. Galactus sends her into the black hole to retrieve Terrax, and they have this is crazy. I'm like, this is the craziest thing ever. What the hell's going on in this? This is Dazzler.
You're saying it was crap then?
No, it's awesome. I was like, this is what are you talking about? Did you just hear the story I told you?
I'm saying that's ridiculous. She can't fight Terrax.
The way she did it was awesome.
This was, I need to go back and reread this series. I remember it being really good.
So Kazar the Savage. Let me look at it.
It was a run from started around like 1980, 79, 80, somewhere up in there. Well, this is number 10. So started around 80. Bruce Jones, Brent Anderson.
Spidey Super Stories. I had a bunch of those.
Oh yeah.
Like
those are always fun.
Kid reader ones, yeah.
Easy reader. This has Captain Britain on this one. Cool.
Yeah.
I like that first Captain Britain outfit. Then
let's see which one? Which one are you talking about?
The red one.
Spidey Super Stories. The Electric Company.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was cool stuff. And then
Hulk and Hulk Batman came out.
We reviewed this one, didn't we, Jay?
Yep. Oh man, that's awesome.
I hopped onto that. That was a while ago.
Sean has that one. Sean got that, didn't you? Got that, didn't you?
I have it, yeah.
Yeah, great. It was a lot of fun reviewing that one.
What's the Clubby? Do you know what is the paper? I keep seeing the paperback version of that. Like there's a paperback
trade,
version.
Or you mean like a small one?
No, the small paperback at the time. Who published that? Was it DC or Marvel?
Well, at this point, it was DC. It was DC's turn.
Okay.
It was a joint publication, but DC was in charge.
Because I was just wondering if it was a bootleg or something, or they really actually put out a paperback.
Somebody did some kind of trade. I didn't see the trade, but They did a trade at some point. I just have this one, the Treasury.
No, it's like paperback size, like a book.
Really?
Yeah, it's weird. I
don't
want to get it. I'll get one.
A rare Jim Aparo cover of Legion, so that's pretty fit.
Oh hell, man!
Oh my goodness, we'll be there. It'll take us a while, but we'll get to that point.
Yeah.
So
rock.
I'm looking at this Kazar comic. It looks pretty badass, man. Oh my god!
Good series. It was. I mean, and it, like I say, it lasted for a good while. Now, I liked it more in the early, especially the early year or two of it, especially. And it, like I said, it eventually went to the direct market. But in fact, there's an issue of Amazing Heroes based on it. Kazar Goes to Hell.
Oh yeah,
badass. And man, I love these Star Wars UK covers.
Yeah,
that looks cool. Hey, that's oh my god, that's the packaging of the toy. That's the picture of
yeah, but they just like drew
but they added the back or whatever. That's cool.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Did you guys like I just found Chris Star, like, or Crystar, depending. I don't know how you guys pronounce it, but like Chris Star.
I mean, I remember selling it, but I didn't buy it too much.
I don't know. I just started reading it. It's pretty neat.
It's like cool, yeah. And they cross over a lot of
like it too.
Yeah, like it looks pretty cool. I just started. It's like the first issue is like a 50-pager, so I'm like halfway done the first issue. Oh man, Buck Rogers, yes.
I love Buck Rogers. I love that show. I'm not too proud to admit it.
I super love it. I've got the Buck. I've got a in the package doll, not the little figures, the big doll, like the
Gil Gerard doll.
I've got that in the box. It's beat up, but I've got it, and he's got the zombie head. You know, those old that plastic was kind of weird they used. So sometimes the skin tones would turn like a gray. Mm-hmm. So he's got like that zombie head look, but like man. And I have the original poster from the theater for that Buck Rogers movie.
Nice.
That is hard.
I have a shirt of that.
Yeah. Yo, we never talk about it. I've got like 150 posters and they're all original. I've got original Road Warrior. I know people don't like Thunderdome as much, but I got original Thunderdome.
Right.
Like, but I've got original posters. I'm desperately trying to get a James Bond, but they're so expensive. But I've got a few pretty good ones, and Buck Rogers, man, I got Return of the Swamp Thing. I know nobody cares about Return of the Swamp Thing,
but that's cool though.
That is a very hard poster to get. This is so cool. That's awesome, man. Look at that, man. That's badass. Yeah.
Oh man, it's beautiful.
And they got the Hildebrandt corner. The corner's the Hildebrandt Star Wars.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Oh my god, that's so neat. I liked that poster.
Oh God, yeah, it was so cool. I mean,
that was really neat.
Remember, Marvel was trying to rip off Mad and Cracked.
Oh, that's terrible. Was it any good? That looks kind of
no. I always like this cover of Moon Knight though. Sienkiewicz was doing his Adams.
Is that the good Moon Knight, Doug Mensch or whatever?
I thought it was a pretty good run there. And again, it like Kazar. I remember they announced at the same time though. It and Kazar with direct sales, which was comic shop only. Now this was cool. A reprint of Byrne's Star-Lord.
Yeah, I've got some of those.
High quality paper reprint of that. That's a really nice book. Star-Lord, the special edition.
Do the Spider-Man. I love that. Vulture's my favorite.
Yes,
my favorite villain, and this is just wicked.
Yeah, like that was series at the time. Yeah,
like that. That's cool.
That's when John Romita Jr. was okay because Bob Layton inked him all the time. Because, as you may or may not know,
Vampirella.
How about Vampirella? Woo!
Those are always cool to me. So I had a neighbor. Actually, I still know the guy. I had a guy lived in my neighborhood, who got me into these. So he had. I've got that one. Savage Sword, Vampirella. What are some of the other ones like Creepy,
Eerie?
So he would only collect the magazines, the black and white magazines. Yeah. I remember going to his house and he was showing them all to me. I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. Like, these are so cool. And I'd never seen anything like it. And that kind of piqued my interest.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman and Titans. That's cool.
Ross Andrew cover. Did you buy, remember ElfQuest? I didn't buy it, but a lot of my friends liked it.
I never got into ElfQuest.
I have a lot of friends that were into it, but I thought it was it was cool. No, this was a girl comic, really, to be honest. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. It was very well loved.
Not that there's anything.
Yeah, not that there's anything wrong with that. Rom and Galactus.
Space Knight, Galactus, yep.
And a 10-speed bike.
The Rom can fight Terax, but not Dazzler.
Oh, Clobby has to go now. He has to leave. Well, it's good having you on, buddy. We appreciate that.
I'm kidding. I love Dazzler. I love her.
She's drawn very pretty in these issues.
Oh god, yeah, man. Frank Springer drew that issue though too, dude. Wow.
Oh, Jonah Hex, baby.
Jonah, bad man. I love my Jonah Hex like that. This is all right. Okay. Yeah, John was being
the hell.
What the hell's going on? That is so odd.
Primitive screwhead on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but God, comics were just fun back then. This was a great issue right here, by the way. I remember this one.
Oh, Brave and the Bold. Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, here with Earth 2 Robin.
Yeah. Yeah, and Professor Hugo Strange. Oh my God, one of my favorite Legion comics ever. Because it's my favorite Legionnaire not named Superboy or Mon-El. Right. And Oparo cover.
Oh,
the origin, they really go delve into the origin of Wildfire. Yeah. And they call him
Phantom Zone. I have the entire run of that.
Oh, yeah, Phantom. That was a good book.
Yeah, I have the whole thing, yeah.
The art by Colin, I probably wouldn't have picked him for that story personally. I like Gene Colan and all, but still,
yeah,
it's a good story by Steve
it's
Gerber.
fun. It's all the Phantom Zone criminals escape and try to put the Earth into the Phantom Zone.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes. Now
that's not very nice.
I couldn't wait for this one, Mike Grell's Star Slayer. And it's a great book, but the second issue is the one.
Oh, I gotta look at that up. Hold on a second.
The second one is the first appearance of the Rocketeer.
Oh wow!
The backup. So we liked Star Slayer. It was pretty cool. I mean, it wasn't as good as this John Sable, but we love John Sable better. But I love John Sable. Look at that. There's the Daredevil that month, and Spazzler. Daredevil's always next to Spazzler.
Wow.
Yeah, it's alphabetical, right?
EA, yeah.
Yeah, and we reviewed this one, the Tech Master.
But this is not alphabetical. I got them on release date.
Oh, they
were both released the same day.
Yeah, Warlord 63. That's cool.
Oh yeah, Warlord. Yep, Warlord. At this point, I think Grell was off the book, though, if I remember right.
But this is Dragon Sword, so that's why it's in the D's.
Back up in there, yeah.
What the hell's Dragon Sword?
You don't know. That's one because I was like, why is it in the D's? It's Dragon Sword. They're saying it's Warlord 53, but it's
Epic Battle of Dragon Sword. It's a backup.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
That thing. Rook, this was a cool mag at the time. I read it sometimes. I wasn't able to get a lot of this Warren mags. My mom would not let me buy something like Vampirella, but
no.
So I'd get to peruse it at the magazine.
I'm collecting the trade paperbacks of Creepy and Eerie.
Nice.
Because they're coming out now. They had the hard covers. Now they're doing the soft covers. So Star Trek Mind Meld.
Special last issue collector's item. That's not how it works, guys. That's not how it works. Collector's item. Yeah, I even bought Flash Gordon comics some of these times, especially the adaptation of the movie. So it's fun. I love looking at old comics. Finest. Hey, they were best friends. I hate Miller sometimes. So anyway,
Turk, yeah.
Yeah, I don't see why. I don't see why they can't be friends like that.
Miller started that crap. I mean, he put that seed in there, and then Byrne ran with it.
Yeah,
Miller and Byrne both did it.
It's time for that to just. Well, I mean, that it is kind of gone now. The latest issue of Action Comics was awesome. And like
ready yet,
everyone is Bizarro. So in the last 1061, Bizarro went to this magic planet and fought these wizards and killed them all. But they tried to use all this magic on him. He absorbed it, came back to Earth, and then died and released all this magic. So the entire planet became Bizarro, and they're turning Bizarro. So at the end of that issue, Superman becomes a Bizarro, and then it cuts. And then the next issue, Superman just got it out. He's like, no, he just like, no, I'm not turning any. He just willed himself free. I was like, nice. But everyone else is turning into Bizarro. So then by the end of the issue, the entire planet is Bizarro. But the way the magic worked is that it turned everyone who is insane or everyone who is sane, it turned them insane into Bizarro people. But he goes, there's one person here on Earth that can help me. There's literally only one man on Earth that can help me, and it's Joker, and Joker is now sane.
Yeah.
So he's got all this intelligence, but he's got the big like suit on, and he's like talking to Superman. Oh, hello, Superman. How are you today? And good evening. It's like, yes, I'll help you. And you're like, this is so cool. It's like Joker. They instead of going, they always make Joker more insane and more crazy. He's like, no, they made him sane. So now he's just like a regular guy, but he's still smart. So
it's all
Superman,
reversed because
it's reversed. It made him,
yeah.
And I thought, you know what? This is actually really a lot of fun. And Superman, he walked it off. Like he became Bizarro. I was like, oh God, here we go. Now Superman will be bad. And at one point he dreams, like he starts to get into his own mind, and it's like he sees himself killing these people. He's like, no, I've got to snap out of this. And he snaps out of it himself. He just by himself snaps out of it. I'm like, nice. He's super. That's on page 1 or 2 of the next. Like you thought, oh, he'll be a bad guy. No, he snaps out of it. Then halfway through the issue, he starts to feel it strongly pull at him again. And then he imagines like, oh my God, I'll kill all these people. And then he snaps himself out of it. Now he's like, no, I'm not going to turn into Bizarro. And then he goes against Joker. I'm like, this is actually cool.
Yeah.
So that's a modern comic. Every other DC comic sucks. But
well, there you go. Wow, weird. Who wrote
that one?
Well, who wrote it?
Jason Aaron.
Oh my God.
That's shocking.
That is shocking.
If you watch my review of 1061, I didn't read the credits. So I was like, this is a really good issue. And then I was like, who wrote this? Like Jason Aaron. And I don't edit my videos. You actually see my face is in shock in the video. I was like, oh, I'm like, okay, well, whatever.
So J-Man, like on the cover, does it still I have it somewhere here. I'm going to read it, but does it still say super specials or something like that? Like what does that entail?
Yeah.
Like what does that mean?
Dude, man.
There's like a logo on it.
I just bagged and boarded it and put it away today. In fact,
I have it. Hold on, man.
Just today, buddy. I just put it all away today. I'm doing.
It says,
wow.
Superman Superstars.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. It still says it on there. Yeah.
Yeah.
But look at Joker at the end. Go to Joker at the end page.
I'll show him. There he is.
See, like he's all like he's got the big umbrella and he's walking around normal.
And Bizarro's like live and it really means die and all.
But that's Superman. That's Superman.
Oh, that's Superman, yeah.
But then it's not. So it's a bait and switch on a positive because you open up and then he just snaps out of, or maybe that is Bizarro. I don't know. I can't remember. But like you open it up and he's not bizarre. Like he just snaps out of it himself, which is good. I'm tired of Superman being bad. I hate that.
I'm so sick of that crap. But then they're obsessed with it, aren't they?
Yeah, they just won't stop on doing that. Anything else to what was I going to say? There was something else I was going to mention. Oh, the Fantastic Forecast. Oh dear God,
like that.
Well, that's the end of that.
It actually shocked me, to be honest with you, that it wasn't more. I'm trying to be delicate here, more diverse.
Yeah, it is a little bit shocking.
Coming from it's a little. I'm surprised it's so pale.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter because it doesn't matter. It's like the script.
It doesn't matter.
It's like who cares who they cast? It's like the Henry Cavill thing. Like who cares who you cast?
It really doesn't. But if you don't cast it right, then it doesn't matter the script either. I mean, in other words,
my issue is
already. But
we know for a fact they went after some big name stars to play Reed Richards, and they passed on it because they didn't like the script. And then they went to sloppy fourths there. What's his name? The Mandalorian.
May the fourth be with you.
Pedro, yeah. I'll just do whatever you guys want. I did it with Mandalorian, so so now he's just gonna I feel like that's a big issue. We can't unsee that. They went to big stars and they got this guy instead.
We know too much about how it's made. Classics.
Yeah, that's
no.
a problem too. Yeah.
No, Bizarro in the first part of the story, Bizarro dies. Like it's like a massive the entire issue is a massive battle, and when he dies he releases this magic, and the magic put his brain into everybody, so everyone becomes Bizarro. So Superman becomes a Bizarro Superman, like it's Clark becoming Bizarro, but then he snaps out of it. That's what's going on.
Yeah,
Bizarro is not in that issue. He's dead. Well, he is in everyone's minds. It's weird. Weird. Yeah. So yeah, we know too much about how movies are made.
Yeah.
Like you can't, as you said, Sean, you can't hide the fact that Krasinski said, "No, I'm not doing this."
Yeah, and the other thing, you can't hide the fact that they're redoing all of Daredevil. They're redoing all of Captain America. They're doing that because they suck at this. So why would I have any hope for Fantastic Four? I don't care who the hell you cast.
It's DOA.
I don't care.
I don't care. But the thing is, here's why it only matters for them a little bit. They know how fans are, are about certain casting, and they realize that if they don't, the longer they string people along, they think they can bait and switch them. For example, they do a cast that's just halfway decent. I'm not saying this cast is that great. I'm just saying they don't look like. I mean, what were y'all expecting? I was expecting it to be so. I don't even know if I want to voice on the air what I expected.
Right.
Yeah, this is not what I expected, but they're able to. It still gives them say, look. Our casting isn't that bad. Maybe the movie's going to be that bad. Of course, we all know it's going to be bad because
I want them to not do it or do anything.
I don't want to do it. I'm with you.
Stop.
I don't want it done because any Fantastic Four movie not done by not without me in charge is dead on arrival anyway. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
So wait do you see the Doctor Doom casting? That's interesting. I want to see what that looks like. But even that won't matter. Like you said, here's why it really doesn't matter, Sean. Even if it were like if you were really pumped up about the casting and you were going, this is really great. Doesn't matter because this is being directed. It's all being controlled by Kevin Feige, but it's being directed by a guy who never even directed one movie in his life. He's directed a few episodes of Moon Knight, WandaVision, and I think a couple other shows here and there, and written by a guy who worked for a couple of those shows. So,
did they hire a writer? Did they hire a director? I thought they had.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
They have a director,
but it's a D+ guy.
Never made a movie.
Okay, yeah, that's what they're doing a lot now. So it's like it's done, it's over.
This is worse than Josh. This is about as bad as Josh Trank, in the sense that what did he do? One stupid found footage movie that people liked, and he got hired to do Fan Four Stick. But we all know that was done just to keep the rights going.
I love how people call it Fan Four Stick. Like that actually isn't.
They earned that title,
but like it's the way they did
with that stupid logo.
It's like everyone now accepts that's the name of the movie.
Which it means you don't have to call it Fantastic Four.
I know.
Taylor Swift's going to be Dazzler. That's what everyone keeps saying.
I was expected Ben to be like a person of color trans individual.
Right.
Yeah.
I was expecting either Reed or Sue to be of a certain, because you said what you want about Pablo. I know he says he's Latino. I get it, or Latin. He's still pretty white in that sense, and he looks like
right.
And again, he's okay as an actor, I guess. It's not really one of my favorites or anything, but here he's good. I'm sure he could do whatever they put in front of him. The girl playing, Vanessa Kirby has the right last name at least, but
I thought that
relatively good looking blonde chick, but not like that I would go, yeah, boom, that's her. That's my Sue Storm.
Right.
But she could probably be okay. The kid playing human again, the fact that he's just a regular kid about that age means we don't know. That could be good, could be not good. The guy playing Ben, good actor, kind of strange in the sense that he doesn't really look like Ben Grimm would look. He is Jewish, which is a good thing because now they have to cast. I mean, if you're playing a Jewish character, you have to be like. I guess if you're playing any character, you have to be exactly like them now. Hence that X-Men voice casting that they just did on that new cartoon. So he's a good actor. I don't know about him as Ben so much, but he could probably do the voice of the Thing fine. Yeah. So the casting is just sort of. I mean, it's not really. You could have been way, way worse, but it doesn't matter if it were the greatest casting of all time. This is still like Kevin Feige, dude.
Well, yeah. And it's sad that they can't get like a name director to do this because
they don't want to work for him.
Cash strapped and like no one wants to do it.
The guy, look, Whedon's a total jerk off and everything, but the guy who understood superheroes, he would never work for him again. The Russos would never make a superhero movie for those idiots again.
No.
And who else? Like Peyton Reed is not the greatest thing, but at least
even like older, like get
confident.
Get Brana back or something.
Raimi don't want to go back for him, work for him again either. None of those guys that have the chops to do a superhero movie want to work for them.
No, yeah.
Why would you? Because they told the Russos. I'm sorry.
I don't hold Endgame against them. They were told what to do.
Yeah.
They were given maybe a little free reign with Winter Soldier, and after that, they were not free. Whedon was never free either.
No, but I think he had a lot of output, input on what to do with characters. But yeah,
even though I love some of those movies, they weren't that free. But now they're really not.
Yeah, I feel like I've always said this. I feel like a lot of Phase 1, 2, and 3 was everyone giving input and Kevin Feige taking credit for it. And it's like Whedon was a comic fan. All these people were comic fans. Russo's, they all were. And they're like, oh, what if we did this?
Even
like,
Gunn.
Gunn was a big fan of the cosmic stuff and wove a lot of that stuff in there. And rumor has it that like he's the one that came up with the whole Infinity Stones and leading up to the two big Avengers movies that capped it all off. But they all left, and now we see perhaps that rumor is true, that they were the ones, this collective of fans were the ones that really brought you the magic of the MCU. When they all left and all these other people who don't give a shit about Marvel came in.
Ironic, isn't it?
All of a sudden, the
same as Stan Lee. Kevin Feige became this new. Kevin Feige became Stan Lee.
Right.
Yeah. Kevin Feige was never a sun god of any of this.
Yeah. Not a creative bone in his body.
Yeah, and it looks like you can deny all that, but like it's on my shelves. It's on your shelves. You can see it for yourself. It's like there it is. The proof is right there. Phase 4.
You saw that interview recently with the collage of different people who wrote for different
they're
all saying how they.
It just angers me.
It's sickening.
Yeah.
Well, what is it? What are you talking about? I didn't see it.
There was a couple of. They were talking to various people who worked on things like Eternals, a couple of the D+ projects, other Marvel movies, various ones, little snippets of interviews with writers from those things, and they were everyone saying basically the same basic thing. We were told either not to read the comics or because, I was not a big fan of the comics. I never knew much about it. It was that stuff. You've seen it, Sean, right?
Yeah.
Right.
It was basically saying we were either told not to read comics or I was someone who never really read comics, and they all worked on these shows in the writers' rooms and stuff, and the movies and stuff.
Right.
Like the guy in Eternals, man, that's the one that got me. They said, we were told really, we didn't have to look at the comics at all. None of us knew anything about comics. Well, you proved that, buddy.
Yeah, we could tell. Yeah. Or you didn't know how to make a good movie either, though. Gunn could have done it. So our thank you for the super chat. Gunn could have done a decent FF movie.
Yeah.
I mean,
he could have, but
yeah.
It's not impossible. He'd have to control himself a little bit like he needs to control himself on Superman.
You're right. Yeah.
Let's see what happens. This is going to be a big test. This is the Kobayashi Maru.
Which one? Superman?
What are you going to do here, buddy?
Yeah.
Right. Just don't get your hopes up, but yeah.
Yeah, you know what? It's going to be interesting because he's never shown that he can do something like Superman. Every single superhero project he's ever done is cynical and mean-spirited and all that. And it's like, it works for Guardians of the Galaxy because they're all assholes. But like Super, it was his. He produced Brightburn. Like those are Gunn
Peacemaker.
Movies. Peacemaker.
I like all the ones you're talking about, though. I like Super.
I like Peacemaker fine. I needed like 5 showers after an episode.
Peacemaker was
really disturbing.
Peacemaker
was funny. It's funny.
And Brightburn was good, except it's like, that kid's a punk, and I'm like, well, someone needs to come and kick the crap out of this kid. But whatever.
But Superman shouldn't be like that. That's all I'm saying.
It won't be. I don't think it will be. I don't think he's going to do that. It just seems too like nobody can be that stupid. Even Zack Snyder didn't make. I mean, he made it awful, but he tried to protect. Like
he didn't make him a joke, but he made him not Superman. So.
Yeah, he didn't understand how to make him Superman, but he didn't actively go out and try to make
fun of him. Yeah, but
I don't think that's going to happen. James Gunn's not going to do it.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Judo Master was the best. Judo Master was the best character.
Oh man.
He's like,
what about
tiny,
Vigilante? Oh,
Okay, it's not the real Vigilante. Okay, look, I know
it's not the real Vigilante.
Vigilante's
I
not a
love
great
the
character.
real Vigilante,
He's
but
not
he
a good
was
character
funny.
anyway. He's just a rip off of the Punisher that DC couldn't sell.
Yeah, he's just a ripoff anyway. So
Remember that title came out? It was like a special Baxter format, and we ordered the hell out of it because he was in Teen Titans for one issue. And
I
was kind of like, I told him, I used to argue with him about orders. The guy that owned the shop, I didn't own this. Wasn't the one I owned it, but I said, look, I don't think anyone's going to really buy this book that much. Why are you ordering 100 freaking copies? That was a lot for us back then. I'm like, well, because it's it's the number one. It's DC. He just said, and at that time, remember, Punisher didn't have his own comic.
Yeah.
So nobody gave a shit about the Punisher. He was a guy that ran around and popped up in a Marvel book every day until Miller put him in a Daredevil. We all talked about that. They got put. So don't really do much about the Punisher. Didn't care about Punisher, but Wolverine was big, So I thought, he's going to be a badass again. And I said, look at his helmet. I mean, I'll read it. I'll buy it, sure, but I don't think this is going to sell. Well, guess what? We got stuck with it. Few guys read it, sure, picked it up and talked about it for a couple of weeks and a couple of months or two, but it struggled on. Though the Alan Moore 2-parter was pretty good. For the most part, look at him. He's not that interesting. Adrian Chase was just a rip-off of the Punisher, who's a rip-off of Don Pendleton's Executioner. So there you go. I don't blame him for not having any faith in Gunn. I don't have any faith in him, really, but I'll give him a chance.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have faith in
him
anything.
to give him a chance.
So I like James Gunn has done stuff that I've liked, so let's see what happens. And plus, it's Superman. I'm going to see it no matter what. So what's the point? Like, I can't.
You don't have to have faith to admit the guy does have talent, and if he can adapt to Superman, could do a good movie.
I just feel like there's still too many studio notes. It's like what they announced casting of all these other guys that are going to be in it. It's like, why the hell is Metamorpho in this damn thing? Like, what's happening? Like,
what's it's like 5 seconds. Like, watch it be like a 2-minute cameo for Ellum at the same time, and they're making a big deal because they think fans like to see shit like that. I don't know.
Like
I don't need to see
this, BVS.
We don't need that.
All right,
Clobby, what do you got going on?
Let's see. Tomorrow night it'll be Saturday night, and it'll be Saturday night Star Trek. We're just now getting into season 5 of Star Trek Voyager. What's it called again? Voyager.
It's called an awesome show with one of the best captains. That's what it's called.
Oh, with the crazy lady captain, idiot, insane way that we call her, Voyager. That's it, Voyager. I'm pretty sure. 4 more scintillating episodes with my wonderful First Officer Commander R.M. Briggs. And then Sunday Night Geekery on the great Mark D with the C's channel. I'll be over there hanging out. Finish your geek week off right by hanging out with us, talking about probably nothing. We didn't even watch Madam Web. We'll have to talk about what J-Man thought about Madam Web. So
yes, go watch my video, discuss it.
Watch your video, and we'll be able to say, so what did you think of Madam Web, dude? Well, I think J-Man was probably right about it, that I'll never know because I'm not going to watch it, but I'm going to go with his opinion because I trust him implicitly, especially on this movie. So we'll do that.
Don't trust me on everything. Be careful.
No, I trust you on everything. I mean, whether I agree or not is irrelevant. I trust you on everything.
Oh, okay.
I mean, there are times I go, I can't believe J-Man likes that, but I trust that he likes it. How about that? Okay. That's trust, folks. So,
okay.
Anyway, and I'll go, God, I can't believe J-Man likes it like that thing. No. I wouldn't whisper it. I'd say it I say it sometimes because Mark likes to tease you about, was it Highlander 2 audience nothing. Yeah, but you haven't seen the theatrical yet. So.
Arg, I'm going to love it.
No, you might love it, but you're also going to admit it's bad.
Well, that could be true.
Yeah. So, and then Monday night, Monday night, we're back here for some Legion. And then it's Superman month on Clobberin time, so I'll be having some. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. Maybe I'll review a random Superman comic on Monday night or something. So anyway, but thanks for having me here, buddy. This is always the highlight of my week. Both of you.
Awesome.
Hanging with both of you.
All right. Scene. What are you doing?
I've got a video up today. 80s toy catalogs. It seems
cool.
be getting a lot of views now. Also, I did a review of the official handbook of the Marvel Universe this past week.
Oh yeah, it's badass, dude.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. No page numbers, but that's okay.
I was completely stunned because I was commenting.
Commenting on, and a minute later, it's like you got to that part of the video.
Yeah, I got to that point. Yeah, I don't. I usually will comment while I'm watching the video.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, this is really cool. And then I'm like, what the hell? There's no page numbers. This is so stupid.
Yeah.
And then you're like, there's a table of contents to tell you what page it's on, but then the page number's not there. So you're supposed to use osmosis and like.
Yeah, it's like you use the alphabetical system, whatever.
But it looks cool though.
Yeah,
like,
no, it's
like
cool.
Turning it sideways and having it like that's
it's
cool.
90s characters that we're all familiar with, so that's cool. Tomorrow night at 8 p.m. on my channel, Deception77, I'm going to be showing Alf Loves a Mystery, which is the 1987 Saturday morning preview for NBC. It stars Jack A. and Shannon Doherty's in it as well. So
oh my god,
it's awesome.
Wow.
And then next weekend I'm going to be showing Space Angel, which is an Alex Toth drawn cartoon.
Awesome.
It's not really animated, but it's got the superimposed lips.
I love that. That creeps me out.
Like Clutch Cargo,
Clutch Cargo, yeah.
The box thing. Oh, I was looking at your page just now. What is Space? That looks familiar. I've seen that somewhere.
Yeah, but the Alex Toth art is awesome. It's like it all looks great. So that's next weekend, and of course I'm here for Legion on Monday, and Thursday I'm here again for Transformers, and Friday I'm here for Fearless Fridays, and I'll have a whole bunch of comic reviews and stuff coming your way. So stay tuned to my channel. I'm trying to do something every damn day. So there you go.
Nice. You gotta keep up the thing. Yeah. And I love how the joke is I love Highlander too. I've got the original poster for that one. Got the VHS copy, got every version of Highlander 2 Blu-ray, DVD. Oh, I've got every version of all Highlanders.
Come back in time with me and watch it in the theater.
Yeah, it's not going to work. Look, I like that they're aliens. That's cool. I'm like, if there's aliens running around, that makes it cool to me. Like, I don't know why that makes, like, what else could they be?
And I'm not even a big fan of the first movie. Like, it was okay, but I wasn't going in like a fanboy going, oh, man, they better not screw this up. I just went and watched the movie. I didn't even give a crap.
Yeah, like, I mean,
this is so stupid.
Aliens makes sense. That's kind of.
I almost walked out. I'm like, this is the most moronic shit I've ever seen.
Well, the Renegade version is cool, and the sky is red.
Never seen that.
They're on, and they fly around, and like, I mean, I don't know, like, and Michael Ironside's the best. Like, we need to. Oh, yeah. Everyone needs to take a step back. It's like it's Michael Ironside. Like, how awesome! And they're counting their kills and stuff. That's cool.
You can't hide behind Michael Ironside forever.
Oh, I can. I've tried. Okay, everybody, I'll be on whenever I said I was going to be on. That's it. All right, everyone. Until next time.
Later, buddy. Later, buddy.
Hey, friends, you've just been listening to J-Man, and he is the smartest person who ever lived. So make sure you like and subscribe.